Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here. We're back on Void War for a change. I plan on playing this a hell of a lot now. We've got a lot of new commanders to try. We've got a lot of new ships to try. For tonight, I figure the pairing... I'm going to ease myself back in. We're going to play it on Torment level 3, because that's nice and easy. We're going to go with the Ancient Sea class, which has Von as our Deceiver. We have Grizzon as our Imperial Proselyte. It almost sounds like, very strange and funny words. So, and then I'm going to be our Silver-Tongued Heiress, or Seducer, for this evening as well. The general theme is going to be me and Von are going to mind control everybody. And Grizzon is going to be sending lots and lots of servitors across to the enemy crew to keep them busy. We've also got a spectral drive, which means if we can get our evasion stat up nice and high, we'll be able to dodge spells as well as ordnance. The God King has fallen. We seduced him off of his throne and put ourselves onto it. Now we take flight and are ready for our voyage ahead. I don't think we're going to be doing a lot with the weaponry. Mind control in this game is pretty fucking powerful, providing I can get the hits. And there is always going to be, providing we don't teleport borders across, there's always going to be somewhere where we can aim for, and that will be the bridge. Enemy crew on this game always keep that bridge occupied, so that's going to be our number 1 slot. It also opens things up as well for our weaponry. We're going to try... Hey, Fee. We're going to try and theme this one around probably blood cultists tonight. So, yeah. Systems, modules, and ship armaments, or ship armaments and systems. Let's see if we can get some fancy modules. It'd be nice to get some machine slave modules, because we've got the ability to just literally throw them across. So, right, I've got K2 and I've got Faye to add. Right. On. Yeah, modules, that was what we were going for. I didn't want to go for this. But we could do with some servitors. As you travel through an asteroid field, your ship detects a faint energy signature emanating from a nearby asteroid. Upon landing on the asteroid, you discover that it houses a long-abandoned technoculture shrine. Explore. We have ourselves an ion carbine. We're not going to be boarding, but because Grizzon is the low HP... I was going to say weak link. Because Grizzon is the lowest HP character, the boarders are likely to go after him. He's also in, banging away on that shield console, making the shields come back faster. You know what? Actually, we might not go for a servitor, because if I go for a servitor, I'll have to be K2, and she ain't going to want to be a servitor. You arrive in system to find a small Imperial outpost refinery under attack by a Corsair ship. We're blood cultists. They're Corsairs. We're after seducing people. They're basically pirates. I would say we intervene. You move into attack. As soon as you come into firing range, the Corsairs fuck off. Moments later, their ship successfully executes subspace. Free scrap and stuff for us then. Lovely job. Straight to the mechanic. I always like to see that. We're not going to be playing into demonic units like every time. That is such a, for anything that's casting borders, the abhorrent conduit is such a good one, and I never see it whenever I want it. Evasion, enemy loses evasion. It'd be good if we could get the actual gain evasion one. This we're not going to need either. I would like to grab that. We sell this for 4? No. Okay. Alright, Grizzon, don't get too attached to that carbine. He held it for all of about 5 seconds and I've sold it already. Because we're having that. Warp lances are so good in this game. What do we do? We'll go there and there. It'll just basically patch things. It gives us an early option whilst we're getting together our mind control-y ways. So, and yeah, I know. I hear you, crew. I hear you. We haven't mind controlled a single fucking person yet. It's coming. It's coming. It is coming. Part of the reason why I don't want to construct a machine slave is, and I've done this plenty of times, we're actually making free ones. I don't want to mix up an actual one from a free one. So we have no ammunition, so we'll just grab that. I hate coming to these when I don't need anything. I'd still like those to offer you maybe a 5th option of a little bit of scrap, but maybe that's too much. This we want to be having a look at, and I do have an empty psyker slot, and nobody else does. Okay, let's see, hopefully we can grab some blood cultists from there. A techno-cult vessel idles near the jump point. Its crew of machine priests make contact with you and ask you to escort them to a nearby penal colony. Apparently they have business with one of the prisoners there. I mean, we might not be going that way, but we can always have a look. Oh, no, it's straight away. Soon after you embark on the journey, you are ambushed by a Corsair starship. You cannot escape. Right, stop. Stop. So, we've got this little bay producing servitors for us. We're going to be using Grizzon, if I remember to do it, to teleport them to random points on the ship. For now, though, what we shall do is we'll seduce him. And him. Damn. And that's the problem with seducing. Right, let's get a warp lance shot in there. That'll produce lots of nice little nasties. Those shields are going to come back in time. Oh, they've been ionized. That's damage, Fend. Thanks. Right, but you can't sort that out, Grizz, and it's ionized. Go and do that instead. Yeah, I think it's going to be another warp lance shot there. Well, mind control worked out great. Oh man, you only get one shot of it as well. Oh dear. Okay, I've read that wrong. This could be fun. Any of us really good reducers? I don't know about reducers, Kim. Seducers, though. Right, we'll do that, though, because that just eats up their time. We're very good seducers. Very good. Except me, I missed. Or Von missed, one of the two. Don't know. We don't need to be with a warp lance. I am going to try and to play into the tactics off, but this warp lance is really going to look after us. I am a big fan of warp lances. They're the ones that create subspace breaches, deoxygenate a compartment, do damage, and from those subspace tears, demons pour out. And they're friendly demons. Demons on our side, which is always good. And yeah, now the whole place is deoxygenating thanks to them tearing the doors down for us. Good, good. And then we just need to kill that dude. Like that. Perfect. Easy job. After surviving the ambush, the rest of the journey is relatively uneventful. You reach the penal colony and part ways with the techno priest. They thank you for their assistance and offer a small payment. That's a different mission than I thought we were going to get. So, happy days. Auto-correct indeed. Let's... Oh, hang on. No, these are expendable crew. It's not going to tell me that every time, is it? Bye. Look, we're going to... Well, yeah, we'll also start a servitor repopulation program. I've got to be very careful because that's the warning text that tells me that we've got friendly crew. Now, these friendly crew are disposable, so it doesn't matter if we leave them behind. But let's just not put a boarding party together so I end up going, just leave them and leave people behind again, because I know you love being left behind. You are traversing through an asteroid field when you suddenly when suddenly a death cult vessel emerges from behind cover to engage you. Good. Warp cannons to here. And then we'll do... So I assume then... Let's find out. Let's do a double cast. Me and Von will seduce both of them. There we go. Fully mind controlled. They'll sit in there, damaging their own weapon systems. I wonder if he's... Oh no, he's just mind controlled for a very long time. So the one that Von mind controlled has just been sucked into another realm. Our husks here are, or our servitors here are huffing down the fumes. And then basically there's just this guy left. He's currently smashing their shields to bits. And we'll pop another one of them there. And then he's got lots and lots of nasty to deal with. Excellent. Let's carry on. Let's see. Lovely. Nice. Right. Hold on. Signals gather from nearby communications relay and have revealed the existence of a large Corsair convoy. We like Corsairs. Well, only when they stick around. The pirate vessels are ferrying an assortment of material, likely stolen from some unfortunate colony. Well, that's probably ours then, isn't it? We shall attack this convoy. Oh, to our surprise, the first shot that hits the convoy causes it to detonate in a strange and sorcerous explosion. It sets off a chain reaction of explosions which cascade across every single vessel in the convoy. Subspace energy rocks your ship, and multiple warning sirens blaze as you realize you're under attack. Whatever those convoys were carrying, it could not have been good. Oh dear. Shit. Right, well, in that case then, seeing as we have problems, let's mind control some of them. This is actually where those servitors will come in reasonably useful. If I get you lot to try and repair those subspace breaches nice and quickly. I also need Von to attack him before he damages the sensor array. Good job. And now we'll send in... Oh, that one needs to be dealt with quickly. There we go. Back to your console. Oh, it's a jellyfish thing. Von, get out of there. Me, get out of there. I'm suffocating. Not good. We want to keep him in there, though. Send in the disposable servitors. Good. Right, and then we'll send in the disposable servitors to patch up the ship. Well, yeah, let's not shoot at the highly volatile convoys anymore then. Let's just do that. Oh, this needs to be removed as well, otherwise we won't get any health back. I don't think. Yeah, look at that. None of us will get health back if we leave right now because there are enemies on our vessel. Once we've killed them, though, yeah, there you go. We're getting our health back when we leave now, which is nice. I haven't even used that beam weapon yet. Stuns crew in target room for 5 seconds. This could be actually quite good for us nailing our mind control targets as well in the future. But it'll stay powered off for now. I think we can get some use out of the beam. I'm going to save every penny we can so that we can buy whatever there is at this shaman merchant. I think this is something new that I did show off last time. This is the first of the bosses, the like mini bosses that you can encounter. This one is easily it's the easier to beat because the only problem is it has a Doom effigy on board. But it's one of the demon ships, which means it's completely ventilated, which means that it's difficult to board. The problem with that one, and the reason why I don't usually go after it, is get fuck all rewards-wise, so You arrive within a large asteroid belt. Her comms channel suddenly opens. To bleed is to sing Crom's hymn. Crim's hom. Indeed it is. Say goodbye to your weapons. Shit. Cool. Mind control it is then. Let's go after you because you should be able to kill him. And I could even, and that was great timing on my part, I might add. We'll be able to get another shot off. In fact, we'd be better off going for the shields and then we can beam them. So one of the things, whether it was always the case or not, I don't know. But one of the things that doesn't matter... Oh, that's going to be a nice... Oh, it's not even charged yet. There you go. Slap. Ah! One of the things that I didn't realise or has changed on this game now is whether you destroy all the crew of a ship or whether you destroy it, you get the same yield, apparently, as far as scrap's concerned. So I always try and kill all the crew, thinking that you get more scrap. I believe that was the case a while ago, but it isn't anymore. Apparently it's equal. Someone went into the code. In the wake of the explosion, few useful items remain. You retrieve what you can from the aftermath. Lovely. Merchant. And we've got some money to spend, and we've got weaponry to sell as well. Because at this point, we're only relying on our warp plants. And I want to be relying on space magic. Oh, come on! Wrong night! Ooh. Ooh, Magus. And a blood priest. Teleport caster and nearby allied crew. This would be good. Ooh, actually... Might have to take the seduction straight to them. Interesting. I could teleport myself over with a load of servitors. And then we wouldn't even need Grizzin anymore. I'd always pick up a ghoul, mate, just because they're fucking cheap. Not really in the theme, though, is it? Not really in the theme. I mean, a blood priest is. Cast a projectile that deals 10 HP damage and causes hostile crew to spawn a thrall. That is actually going to work quite nicely within what we're doing. So that, then, in that circumstance, can be Kim. K2. Which that makes you next, Faye. Because I think it's just you guys here, isn't it? Yeah. Cool, right. K2's on board. She's a blood priest. I'm pretty sure she's been a blood priest before. If you could man the engines, we're not going to have too much of a problem with borders, because as you can see, we're constantly spawning husks. We want to see about leveling them up as well. Blood priest. Oh, all sorts of fun. But I'll make K2. Sulu K2, the blood priest, indeed. On that note, has anybody had a look at the latest Star Trek, this Star Trek Academy? I haven't even watched it because I was told it was terrible. I watched somebody's kind of like breakdown, synopsis, and review of it. I ain't watching that shit. For fuck's sake, man. What are they doing with Star Trek? Star Trek used to be good. Thankfully, we've got hundreds of episodes of series from the likes of Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Next Gen. So, all of this new stuff, Jesus Christ, it's just been progressively getting worse. It is terrible. Do I want to pick up a demon? Immune to poison. Summons ghouls, which isn't really on theme, is it? We're not ghouls. If anything, we're thralls. Thralls and servitors. Blood servitors. Yes, blood servitors. Blood servitors, indeed. I think that'll do us then. That's been a pretty crap haul, if I'm honest. The one thing that I could do is grab this, because I'm able to take... In fact, actually, that's not a bad shout. I'm able to take something else. This will probably be temporary. Can Kim have something else? No, none of you guys can have a secondary site. but I can. Yeah, I didn't realize this is a one-shot as well. In that regard, Von is actually a better seducer than I am. She can do it over and over again, whereas I'm a one-shot. A one-shot seducer. Let's pop this on. This is always useful. Little spear there. Von always gets the best characters, yet always complains that she dies. I mean, these two things can't go together. As you navigate through the dense asteroid field, a raider warship appears. They open their comms channel. That's a nice ship you have there. Isn't it just? Oh, he's doing the voices again. Right. Let's seduce you. In fact, let's use Kim's seduction, Von's seduction techniques. If I fire these off, I don't think they fire off at the same time. I'm going to do that there and that there. Good. And then we do that. One seduced, both of them are seduced. He'll come in, he'll get hit, and then we'll go and fuck off and go. Those two guys will go fuck off and damage something else, which gives the warp things time to fester. Let's take the shields down next. Lovely. And then the longer they're left, the more things come out of them. And that's game. And then we'll do that there. So they're infested, which means that when they die, we get thralls because we can. And then, yeah, that's game over, but we'll just give it one of those. Zap! Very rarely use beam weaponry. Ooh, armor. Grizzin needs this. As the ship disintegrates, a small portion of its cargo remains intact. You successfully recover what's salvageable before the rest goes up in flames. See, that it's like things like this that always made me think, and I'm pretty sure previously did, that killing all the crew was better than destroying the ship, because surely plundering the little things that come flying out of the ship after we've blown it to bits wouldn't be quite as good as going in there and picking through what we want. Although heavy Duraplate armor is pretty fucking good. That solves the low HP problem that Grizzin has. Now K2 is the weak link. As per usual, some would say. Right, off we go. Hey, Doc. How we doing? See, this is why I need voice in my ears, because I'm usually quite good at glancing, but I prefer to just hear it all. Prefer to just hear it all. You approach the Stargate. So we need to get Faye. You might get to keep it, Grizz. You might get to keep it. I mean, we've already stripped him of his fucking ion rifle, haven't we? Look, we needed that warp lance. Look how good the warp lance is. Warp lance is definitely one of the best, providing you support it with other things, it's got to be one of the best weapons in the game. Depressurizes a compartment, puts those nasty warp things in that the enemy have to fix or they spill enemies out, and does damage as well. It's just a little bit of everything. Little bit of everything. You'll probably get to keep the armor. The only time that our mind control is not going to be particularly useful is when we go to the exclusion zones. But the exclusion zones are where we get a lot more encounters, and they should, in theory, be more profitable. Yeah, we have to go this way, so we at least get some... Yeah, we'll be going the exclusion zone, I think. But I don't want to go to the Imperial sector. I want to go to the blood cultist sector. Your ship emerges within the boundaries of Imperial vassal sector, whilst ostensibly, I thought I said it right. One of the more civilized regions of space, the fall of the God King has thrown large swathes of Imperial society into disarray. Good. We thrive in disarray with all of our mind controlling techniques. We could do with a decent module or two. Equipment doesn't really help us. We want this. Oh, this I haven't shown you guys yet. The planetary assaults. We'll definitely do that because that's new. They are reasonably lucrative but quite powerful. These planetary assaults are a nice addition to the game. They're a little bit different. Still works along the same way. It was probably just easier to get there and show you it. What's this one? An Imperial shrine. Cool. Let's go for modules then. And potentially ship armaments as well. We don't want too many lancers. We want weaponry, not too many lancers. One's enough, I usually find. Because these are limited to the amount of shots that they can do, unlike normal powered weaponry where you can continually hammer away. The arrival... You keep on looking at Grizz and thanks, I get to keep it. I mean, it's still up in the air, Grizz. You arrive uneventfully at the Imperial jump node. You prepare to continue onwards. No, we need a fence. I need a fence to make cash. Nice. There is a hidden research facility here. You recover some advanced technology from it. Well, we'll install it because it's a freebie. So now, I think that's for our lances definitely hit. Your lances always hit. So basically, our warp lance, that's a very powerful combination, will always get the first hit and it'll just throw the enemy vessel into complete disarray. So there's that stream of luck kicking in already. I mean, there's only a like 20% chance that we would miss anyway, but now there is a 0% chance. Because of that, we could lean into lancers a little bit more through the run, but I always find you don't want too many lancers going into the end boss, otherwise you're without weaponry, because these run out of ammo basically per jump. Civilian trading vessel. Oh, it's just trading. Cool. Lance, what we got? +2 DPS to all blood cultist units. I mean, that's pretty good. That isn't helping us. Shatfield, no. No. Nah. If I could name ship's dog and we could keep it alive, that would actually be quite good, but I don't think I do get to name it. I mean, should we have a ship's dog anyway? I ain't even got the money for it. I could sell this. What the hell are we doing here? We haven't even got any cash. Oh, we could have had a ship's dog. So that one is quite useful. Yeah, we ain't got the money for it. I'd have to sell both of these to afford it. Now, arguably, we haven't needed these yet, and there is the possibility that our hound would be transported onto the other vessel. Every time I would be able to name it, but every time it dies, I'd have to rename it because a new one comes in. So, and I'm sure somebody will complain. Now, I think we need to keep our weaponry. We don't need these two. We're barely using them. We could sell them, but that's not good enough to give up on that for just yet. Oh, I can't even repair this ship. Yeah, that was silly going for that when we haven't got any cash. Right, we want to skirt around these and make our way to that one. Oh, there are crew contracts there. Cool. Money! Money! An Imperial vessel approaches the jump point with its valuable cargo at stake. Ooh, cargo. It hastily activates its weaponry and locks onto your ship. Right, where are you going? You're going down the bottom there. So let's go. So we open up with a warp lance there to take down their weaponry. They'll both go to repair that. Me and Von then mind control the pair of them. K2 infests them. Oh, that didn't. Oh, yeah, it did. Cool. They'll then smash the weaponry to bits for us whilst staying in there suffocating. Excellent work, everybody. Take out their shields. Now they have to fight what's spawning. And now they're all dead. Which then means we automatically get the cargo as well. The enemy crew has been killed. Lovely. So you almost get like a double payday with that one, which we like. Oh, Could have done with that a minute ago. Could have had a ship's doggo. Could have had a ship's doggo. Good. Yeah. I always have to double check. I've ended runs leaving my commander behind before. Right, none of that is at. You know what? I'll just recall it. There you go. We got a thrall who then, when we warp away, will die. There is a defunct starship armament production facility. It can be reactivated, but the machinery requires... Doesn't this require 10, then 5? No, just 10. Cool. You restart the machinery using the missile propellants. The production line rumbles and fabricates a starship-grade armament before grinding to a halt. Is that stream luck again? Oh, well, I say stream luck. Fucking hell. So that is a macro devastator, which is like 2 levels up from the energy beam, I think. So it's got shield penetration. Normally with beam weaponry, their shields have to be down for you to go to do damage. Whereas with this, it reduces the hull damage that it does per level of shielding that it has to go through. So yeah, hull damage per room 3. So this is incredibly powerful. Hence why it takes the fucking sun to fucking power the thing. We might use that. Worst case scenario, we can sell it. It'll be worth a pretty penny at the shop. Right, let's go around these because we don't need those. Events. We need events. Oh, good. Your ship's on fire. How's about some mind control? Right. You guys are fighting that fire. So I'll control there. Then there, like that. Good. And then we will... Or who's likely to die next? You. Good shot, Kim. And then one of those there. Oh, my ship! I should have done that earlier. We could have just killed this. I didn't need to piss around. That's just cost us some damage. Fucking hell. Messing about trying to... messing about trying to be too pernickety because I want to use the tactics when we've got the warp plants at the moment. We just rely on that. Although there is a little bit of finer usage. You arrive before a fiery red star. Its intense heat putting your ship at risk. An armored Imperial vessel bears down on your position. The impious deserve no mercy. Acolyte. We've got a... what were you grising? Like a prostate light or something? Yeah, prostate light. That was the one. We've got a prostate light. Prostate light. Right, let's... We'll mind control you, and we'll put problems in their weapon systems so that everyone goes there. Then we'll do this, and we might as well fire that off as well. Good. I hate that beep beep and the heartbeat because that's normally when our characters are dying. Because we've mind controlled them, they count as our characters. Obvious. That's their weapon systems done. No, Grizzin, don't fight the fire. You'll lose more life that way. Let's vent those compartments. In my experience with this game, unless you've got characters that are fire resistant or you need to keep systems operational and online, always vent a compartment rather than having your people fight the fire. Having disposables is a good way to fight the fire and repair systems as well, or repair systems in a vacuum. So that does give us another option. But the amount of life that you end up losing tackling these fires is not worth it. Although, having said that, he is an Imperial citizen. I completely forgot about that and is 90% resistant to fire. So, sorry, Grizzin. Maybe next time I'll just let you do your job, yeah? I should have just kept him in there. At 90%, he would barely lose any HP from fighting that fire. When did that one start? That one will... actually, you know what? It's not even that burn. Send the disposables in. Like, look at the amount of damage that they're taking just fighting a fire. Half-life. Now, they are only 15 health pop, still. Right. On. We'll get to this next point, and then before we do the planetary bombardment, I have some ideas with what we're going to do. You arrive at the next Imperial controlled jump node. A few faint signatures flicker on your long-range sensors before vanishing. You move along. I wonder if we had heavier light engines, if we would have gotten a vent from that. It's always a cheap upgrade, and it's worth doing just to have that on level 3. It's also worth putting the doors on level 2 as well, because this can yield results. I think it's the same with sensors. Upgrading your engines with most vessels once, and your doors once with most, can give you additional dialogue lines when you are playing the game. Maximized score for good scoreboard placement. Of course he would have. They're a destroyed cultist vessel here. You are able to scavenge a fucking knife. This is actually a really good weapon. Plus DPS, 2 DPS, and spawns a ghoul on kill. I'll be having that. Not that I'm going over there. Although Grizzin can send me. So that is an option. So let's get here, see if we can get Faye on board, and then Doc's next. But we are sticking to blood cultists tonight. These are not blood cultists. I am not buying a fucking husk. I make husks. What we got here. That's really good, but we're not really boarding, so we don't need to worry about our own life. The first time your ship fires a weapon during a fight, it always hits. That should be cheaper. I don't rate that. Carnage optics. For the warp plants, they are amazing. So what will happen... Oh, I'll show you. Your ship's weapon deals... Oh, no, wrong one. Ah, no, that's not amazing. Although it's quite cheap for what it is. It's quite cheap for what it is. We can grab one of these. We're low on ammunition. Oh, I haven't got any ammunition. We are going to be coming up against things now where the crew are going to have a silly amount of health. So this might actually be worth doing. I thought that was Demolisher rounds. It's not. So it does mean that all of our weapons do plus 15 damage. Or all of our weapons now become crew killers. 15 damage is a lot. So yeah, we'll take that. Right, let's sort things out before we go. I could do with a repair. But I might want to spend our money elsewhere. So, I want to be able to... Plus 1 DPS and moves faster. So that and that. That leaves us with 20. Good. The energy into there. I could have done enough to upgrade. I think we only need these 2 for this. I could sell that. 55. It's really good, but the problem with these are the amount of slots and power required to use them is just ridiculous. We're never going to get that far. Well, I mean, we might, but I've got other things to be spending energy on, like making our servitor squads that we're hopefully going to be teleporting in better. Can we get top level with that as well? We could. We could, and still enough money left to repair. Yep, I like it. Let's do it. Let's pop that into there. So now we'll be getting ionized boosted, or ionized sub-husks, which, yeah, I'll show you what they do in a minute. Let me teleport these over to there. No, they just get teleported to random points in the ship. So yeah, we've got some nasty husks now, and we'll get up to numbers faster, which means that we can actually start getting Grizzin teleporting them over. Right, got our warp plants. We need to remember to use our beam. Let's repair, because we might as well. We're going to be getting a decent amount of scrap from this. So, this is a planetary assault. So, I'll explain the concept in a minute. It's not a massive amount dissimilar from ship to ship combat, but obviously a base has no hull. The base is indestructible. We can send infiltrators into the base to sneak around. We haven't really got the crew for that. Let's just send the disposable shit in. You are hailed by an Imperial planetary governor soon after arrival. Begone, infidel! Our fleets may have retreated, but the light of the throne still yet shines upon this land. This guy sounds like he needs money controlling. You triangulate the source of the transmission to one of the dilapidated bastions on the surface. Although the surface batteries of the colony have begun tracking your vessel, weak points in the fortifications offer the possibility of infiltration opportunities for gain. So, they have weapons and they have shields. As per normal, these things can be busted and broken as per normal, but you'll note there is no life bar. Now this one's going to be quite easy to take down because we should be able to go here, and then once that hits, and it's guaranteed, I don't think our weapons can miss here as well because, well, I mean, you know, who is on weapons? Von. Even Von can hit something that big that isn't moving. Hey, she's got a lot on her mind. Books, mind control. It's a tough job being a deceiver. Now let's let that go off. Then the shields are still up. Thought that might actually take him out. Oh well, never mind. We'll just mind control the hell out of everybody going there. We can mind control one of those space marines. That'd be great. Yep, of course I need to use Grizzin and he's now fucking stunned. Do them there as well. Mind control, invested. One of those. Do we taking out their weapons in pretty short order? Good. The crew. So, what's happening? The other thing to note as well. If we can kill everyone. Hello, Dread. If we can kill all of the enemies on the base, we get all the loot. Each one of these destroyed gives us a little bit of scrap, and then that one, I think, has the chance. Let's see, small container. A reinforced container used to store valuables. So I think there can be things in them. I don't think it's just scrap. But yeah, lots and lots of little bits of scrap going, basically. Come on, I want to use the beam! Good. Oh, that's nearly all of their crew fucking dead already. And then, now we do have to be careful here. We don't want to be doing that, because that'll break the fucking things that we're after. Although, that'll do the job. Zap. So that's their weapons out. That's their shields out. And then, if Grizzin, you can send the husks in. And then they can just busy themselves helping kill everything. Good. Everything's dead. We get all the things. Oh, there you go, look. The defending garrison has been eliminated. You ensure the retrieval of all the storage vaults. So we actually got a grave beam there. Grave beams are fun. Yeah, thanks. We didn't need those. Another interesting thing as well. These are the little details that I think usually really matter in games. This one, not so much. It can make taking on fortresses quite difficult. But if I was to say, pop Grizzin here and vent him into... Oh, hang on. Oh, this one does have an atmosphere. Never mind. Ignore me. But basically, I noticed the other day that one of the planets that we were circulating round, had an atmosphere. And so when I opened the outside doors, it didn't vent to space because we weren't in space. Sorry, Grizzin, I almost vented you to space by accident. Almost. Hey, you're operating the shields, Grizzin. You're always useful. Always useful. You'll be coming... Now that we've got this set up, you'll be doing a lot more. Doing a lot more. So that's planetary bombardments. Hopefully we get some more later on. They're almost like a lot of the time, depending on how your crew is set up, they can be more difficult than a ship encounter, but basically more risk, more reward. I don't usually like taking on infernal energy stuff because they can be an absolute pain in the ass, but They don't have any crew, and the crew that we're going to be spawning here is going to be quite nasty for them. Should go around tearing systems up. Yeah, let's put all of the damage onto the weapons before they can repair it, because we've only got one layer of shields. Cool. That there. And what's the cooldown on that? 20 seconds. Let's try and get maximum value out of that and get everybody across. So even though these guys aren't attacking the systems, just by them sitting on the systems stops the computer repairing them, which is very good. Send them in. And then there you go. They're attacking all the different systems. These one again, a lot of the things that spawn from these warp portals won't actually attack systems. The bloat mites are always a good one to see though, because they'll blow up and do damage to said systems. So that is always nice. I could do that, but their shields aren't down. I could do that, I guess. There you go. That was all thanks to Grizzon's servitor team. Done that with that on my last run. Useful as a space heater. Necrotizing agents. I'm still not a fan of these one-shot casts, especially if you know, we've got temporary units we put across ourselves anyway. We'll take that basically with the intention of money in the bank that I'll try and remember to sell. Off we go. Now, this isn't that great a place for us to come to, because a lot of the ships are not going to have much in the way of crew for us to mind control, and even if we do, they won't attack the systems because they're demonic, a lot of them anyway. You arrive on the outskirts of an exclusion zone, or region of space demarcated by Imperial astrogation authorities as areas containing subspace anomalies of magnitudes greater than Class 6. The path ahead is long and treacherous, but those who come ready may find great rewards. That's why we come here. The reason why we come to these ones is the sheer amount of nodes that we actually have to travel to. And there's also a boss, and I think because it's an exclusion zone, that boss will always be the same one, I think. So, but we'll get to test that. So these are also new. I don't think I've streamed the game since these came out, but major threats are quite difficult mini-bosses. They're obviously not as difficult as the M bosses, but because you're taking them on at a time where, well, you might not have your engine going, or you might not be sorted, they can be fucking difficult. To the point where, like, yeah, we might die there as it happens. So that could be a lot of fun. I can't get that and that, and I do want to show off the mini bosses. So we'll go. Is there actually even anything there? Systems and ship armaments. I suppose we'd be able to sell our crap, wouldn't we? Okay, we'll sell our crap that way, and then straight down. These guys are new as well. The interfaces, so they're like some kind of clone species, I guess. They're quite fucking tough as well. I thought they were supposed to be like Eldari type things, but hey, let's get away from the Warhammer 40k. There's nothing to do with it. Don't know what you're talking about. A sleek biomechanical. That's what made me think Eldari, or Eldar if you, played Warhammer a long ago. A sleek biomechanical ship appears without warning. No known starship pattern, no insignia. You receive a brief transmission before the ship opens fire. Presence unauthorized. Containment initiating. Hold. Let's see if we need that warp plans online straight away. Let's take their weapons. Good. And then we can watch now. Although we haven't got scanners, we can watch the doors open to know that there are people in there fixing that. And we can mind control them all. Also put a blood curse on them. Lovely. And we'll also do that to make sure that they're proper fucked. We'll fire another warp lance here. Good, good, good. I tried to fight his way out. Didn't happen. And then this all delaying tactics us long enough for us to have all of these up and running. So that then... One more, come on. Let's be efficient, everybody. Let's try and be efficient, everybody. Then Grizzin can teleport his servitor crew over. Lovely. Now then, these guys aren't great combatants. 4 DPS is actually pretty good. When they blow up, they ionize areas for quite some time, which basically takes them offline, which is really good. Hello, Vega. What are we doing? So who have I got to add? I got to add Faye. I got to add Dread. I got to add Vega. Yeah. I mean, at this rate, there's enough of you that you might end up all being fucking servitors. Everybody loves being a servitor. Compliance. You're damn right, it's compliance. Oh yeah, let's just beam it for the win. Zap. SDF, get out of here. A few intact cargo containers. Like, again, because of the wording, I do think that you should get more for killing all the crew. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's a way that you can word it. Because it's like that, I always look at a few intact cargo containers are visible in the aftermath. Or we could have had all the intact cargo containers if we hadn't blown the ship up. But I am reliably informed that it does not make a difference. Your sensors detect an unusual signature left behind by the enemy ship. Shall we go and poke it? Approach the signature. It blew up! You approach the signal and soon realize it is emanating from a volatile subspace containment unit. You try to maneuver away, but it is too late. You decide to poke it. It explodes, tearing multiple subspace rifts into your hull. Good. This is what we have disposable crew for. Kind of disposable. Come on, get in there. Get in there, you bloody subhusk. As soon as you finished repairing, Von, get out. Good. Good. Lovely. Oh, look, something managed to come out and get absolutely splattered by our subhusks. But we'll put them back in there. Now that that's repressurized, Bond can go back in, and it's good job, Team Subhusk. We're going that way. More. So what are these? They're called Vanguard. If I remember rightly, I've read a little bit of description about them, and I think they're clones, which makes sense because all of the characters are exactly the same. And I think there's something to do. I think there's something to do with the human race potentially. Your sensors pick up what appears to be a survey vessel of unknown origin. Its communications arrays are clearly non-standard, so they're definitely from out of town, aren't they? Let's hail them. And they all look the same, as I said, an interfacer. You hail the vessel and receive a response within moments. Transmission acknowledged. This is class 4? BI afterwards adds on, yeah. This is a class 4 survey operation under Directive 878. God, they're so boring when they're cloned. Your vector intercedes a restricted zone, adjusts course by 0.18 radians to avoid contamination, or get fucking mind controlled, mate. Maintain present course. We don't take directions from clones. You ignore the directive and maintain course. The survey vessel interprets this as hostile, as well it should do. Hostile act and immediately opens fire. Good. Because we're not going to make any bank by just letting them fuck off, are we? Let's go... If we go here with that, I'll mind bolt it 2. That gets them here. Mind control 1. Wait for the mind bolt to go off, then we'll mind control goes in there like that. Do another warp lance here. This isn't actually a great idea. I need to take the weapons out a little bit, at least otherwise they might blasters. And then we do another one of those. Ow. Oh, shields down. Fucking then. If we can find the right line, we can probably kill them in one. Actually, let's just fuck all of their systems up. That'll do. Lovely. And then... Hang on a second. Why is he fucking working for them? What the... What's this now? That's got to be an error. So that thrall's been created from a clone dying, yet it's become an enemy. Very interesting. Right. Send in Team Servitor to randomly board places, and they'll just start knocking the shit out of everything. This is good. Good. Yep, they're done for. Good. Excellent. Again, Warp Lance is doing a lot of the work here for us. It's very good if you can shoot it into particularly good rooms, shields, or weapons, and then keep the crew, the enemy crew, busy to let stuff spawn out of it. It's just free attackers. Just they're gonna die when we leave anyway. Who cares? You are caught in a rift storm, struggling to maintain course when a techno-cult ship appears. Our flux capacitors are damaged beyond repair. Without them, the relics, you say, on board our ship will never make it back to the enclaves. I don't think blood cultists are friends with the Mechanicum. You ain't ever in any of our shit. We're never going to ignore you. Let's attack them. Let's see now. One of those there. We want to deal with this because Shiv missiles, we want to deal with that as a priority because Shiv missiles can go fuck off. The other warp plants, you've got a lot of weaponry, so let's put it there. You go in there. Yes, you are. Good. And then we'll pop that there, but I don't think it's going to get off in time. I hate ship missiles. They fire so fast. Oh, we need to take their weapon systems down. There we go. Those. Boarding crew in just a second. Didn't even need him. The enemy crew has been killed. He says to the remains, find a few useful items and recover some not so useful items for us anyway. Cool. Nice collection of scrap we got going on there. Need to remember to sell that missile as well. Yeah, so it's given me the recall option and the warning. This warning never used to be in the game, and I think it was good that it wasn't in the game. You could literally end your run by forgetting to recall your crew because you either killed all of your boarding party because you just left them behind, or you left your commander behind, which then meant they die and run over. I used to like it. Somebody's obviously complained, and the vocal minority have probably got the dev to sort it out. So, but this is where problems like that occur now. Disposable crew, and I'm now like, are they actually disposable? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're disposable. Okay, cool. And there'll be a time where I forget. There'll be a time when I forget. Don't actually need anything from there, and there's an event here. Yeah, let's go for the event, but let's upgrade first. We do want to be pushing into our shields a little. We do want to be pushing into our engines also. Reason being is because this ship can dodge spells or space magic. So the more of an evasion we have just basically gives us options or more. Right, let's go here because events mean, or those little exclamation marks mean events. Events mean prizes, or encounters at the very least. You encounter a death cult vessel loitering close to a star. It arms its weapons. Good. We could be concentrating with their shields as the opening barrage and then using the beam to absolutely plaster their ship, which isn't a bad shout. And that's what my mind controller's got over Von's. Mind casts instantly, which is pretty good. Let's put the other one there then, in case. Good, they're now both mind controlled. Days. That can go there. Didn't bring down their shields still. Yeah, just vent it. And then these guys will fight that fire off for us. Lovely job. That's all she wrote. Ooh. Have I? No. Has anybody? Yes. So, out of these two, yes, we like scrap. Micro shields. They're good, but they're a consumable, and I fucking hate consumables in any game. So, because I can't base tactics around something that's going to run out, or, like, not solid tactics anyway. And a heavy translocator is just good. We haven't got anybody to really use it with at the moment, although we could send Von over. But it does sell for more than what the other award was worth as well. So, not that we're going to be going to any fucking shops soon. Oh, not even going to be able to go to that yet. Jeez, oh. No, well, we don't need to. Look, Vega and Dread and Doc, I'll pick you up. You will get picked up. It's probably going to be about an hour, but you will get picked up. You are under attack by a demonically corrupt starship vessel. Our favourite. Now, we need someone on sensors. Really. Kim, get off engineering, love. Get to sensors. I want to see what we're shooting at. We've got 2 layers of shielding. Oh, and you, Faye, sorry. Not yet. No, you are next, Faye. Thank you for reminding me. I should, like, it'd be great if I could, like, have a little list going. But again, that's what one of these, like, professional YouTubers would do. I'm just a humble video DJ. I don't think any enemies will go here, so the same tactics are not going to work with that. Now I can see, though. Let's mind control him because we can. I don't think he's going to do a lot other than just fucking sit there. But he won't attack our guys as they come out, which means they'll be able to do some damage to other things. There. See if we can take their shields down so quick. And we're going to need our boarding team. I wonder if he would get hit by them. He wouldn't, would he? He just cast... Oh, poison. Yeah. Fucking useful in a vacuum, you idiot. Right, cool. Boarding team is off the cards. These guys need to go and deal with those. Ooh. Got to close that earlier. Good. Good. Might as well put that on. Let's see if we can bring these shields down. There he is. Cool, that gets us a thrall. And then Team Servitor report for duty here. And you send them across. Lovely. Just attack thing, just kill it all. And if you can take the shields down, that'd be great. would be great. Oh, solid miss there. Solid miss. Put it here. Let's get a hit. Cool. Didn't matter. Oh, I haven't got any disposable crew to go and... Okay, well, I've got Kim, haven't I? Right, Kim, if you slide back into engineering and sort that out for us. Back to our old post. It's just a little bit decompressed with a skeleton inside. Okay, right. Let's not do that anymore. Let's send the disposable shit in. Or disposable shit in. Cool. Back. And good. A little bit wounded, but she's still good. Right, we do want to be skirting around these because we don't need them for anything. Unless, of course, like, Fee, you want to be a servitor, which you do not be a servitor. Technocult pilot contacts you for help, lamenting the corruption of his starship's machine core by an infernal sentience. His starship appears to be undergoing a radical transformation, and you soon witness the pilot consumed by the readily mutating structures surrounding him. The newly mutated vessel targets your ship. Oh, good. Well, at least we've got eyes on it. We can't do a lot with him, although Grizzin can become awfully useful right now. You know how you're on our ship? Get back on your fucking own. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Right, let's mind control that. And zap it whilst we're at it. And get that going. What missiles have we got? Ships. Cool. Well, we're taking some damage then, because... Oh, actually, hang on. Radiant blasters. Are there only one-shots? Cool. We'll go after those. And again. Yes, I could bring down the shields, but... oh, that got it in one. Ah, I can't change that. Cool. Good. I hate that warning beep. It's so bad. Fucking repaired that a bit quick, didn't you? I hit it again. Let's try and bring those shields down so we can get a beam off. Basically, the reason why I've gone for the missiles over the weaponry is this can't penetrate. Oh, it can shield pierce it. What? Fuck. Didn't read that. Okay, that was a misplay then, but we might be okay. Oh. Get the servitors in, Grizz. Take the shields out. Yeah, I completely didn't. I never think to look with beam weapons. I look at beam weapons and I think, well, they can't get through shields. So as long as they haven't got enough shots to knock down all of our shields, well, then the beam weapons are useless. These are not affected by shields. They're only affected by evasion. And nothing's punching them. Ow! Come on. Come on. Kill it all. Quickly now. Handsomely now. Faster than that, please. Ugh. There we go. And then there. Perfect. Now, we don't need scrap for a very long time, so we might as well hand-to-mouth it into upgrades that will help us now. More evasion. I never really push evasion, but because of the thing that this vessel has, it's actually pretty good. Being able to dodge spells is something that you can't normally do in this game. You do need power set engines, though, for that to be useful. One more. This is why I didn't keep that macro beam as good as it is. Not only do you have to heavily upgrade into weapons, which will cost an awful lot, I'd have to use a lot of my energy, and you can only get so much. So, and it's not really on theme, is it? It's supposed to be mind controlling everybody. As I was saying earlier, there are some other themes, because it's always about doing things themed, even if it makes the game fucking harder than it already is. But it's always about themes. We have got some other themes to have a look at in the future. There is a very cool inquisitorial vessel that works very nicely with the Doomweaver. Basically putting their shit on fire and exploding the brains of people. With you arrive in the midst of a rift storm. An outpost looms out from the turbulent murk as ionic bursts crackle all around you, threatening to knock out your key systems at an inopportune moment. Sounds like it'll be really fun to investigate then. Scans indicate the periodic iron bursts are somehow sustained by the outpost itself. Suddenly you detect a rapidly approaching starship at extreme range. You have the opportunity to decide what to do about the outpost before the starship arrives. Well, I say mind control the starship, loot the outpost, because if we destroy it, there's going to be less to loot. We will leave the outpost intact. You engage the incoming ship from within the rift storm. Will probably end up with ionization damage here. They only have weapons, but they're nasty weapons. 3 shot, and that one fires projectile count 3. So all on that. And then whatever goes here, we mind control the hell out of it. Good. Fire another shot off there. And we'll also do that. Good. 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 Happy days. I still want to take that down though, because that can go through our shields. Good. That's all their weapons offline. Then we will hopefully... you know what? We'll just send... 2's enough. 2's enough. Go and kick the engines in. Team server to borders. Good. Yep, that'll do. And go and kick his head in. Excellent work. The enemy crew have been killed. You search for the remains, find a few used lives. Ooh. You explore the outpost. It is evidently long deserted, yet you find the internal system still powered and functional. You search for the reactor, but only discover a series of coils surrounding a pair of clawed gauntlets that are crackling with electrical energy. The outpost falls silent as you remove the claws and return with them to your ship. To be fair, not destroying an outpost is a pretty shit reward. Although they are quite... Actually, no, they're quite good. +1, +1, +2. Cool. Somebody can have my ghoul knife then, because this is very good for me. For the simple reason that I'm the only one that's in a one squad. I'm not having the arc claws because they look cool, alright? I'm having the arc claws because they're really useful on me. Grizzon's already been given armor. Kim have a knife of some description that makes ghouls. And normally I would say, oh, we might as well put the heavy translocator on whoever can use it. But if we're not actually intending on teleporting them across, there's no point. Also, if they die, we would lose it. So we don't want to do that. I wish it would just stop doing that. I don't need to be reminded to recall disposable crew. Actual crew, yes please. Disposable crew, no thank you. The ship exits subspace and finds itself in the middle of a violent subspace rift storm. A denomically, yeah, as in denumerated. A denomically possessed starship, so they don't know the math, bears down on you. Furthermore, intruders have been detected aboard your ship. Grizzon, send them back. Thank you. That is one of the, again, Chaos Rifts are okay in certain builds on ships. That's one of the most important features for me. Oh, have you boarded me? Fuck off. I like that. I like that a lot. Right, what's going on this ship? There's a lot of these little fuckers which will teleport across. We need to mind control some things. Can you even... Cannot man repair or extinguish? Okay. Let's mind control you. If you stay still long enough. Let's do what missiles? Disruptor missiles. So they're only ion damage, so we're not worried too much about their weapon systems. If we take their shields down faster, we can end this quickly. So let's try and do that. It's still all 3 shots. Well, try and get some thralls in. Oh, there you go. We've accidentally taken out their weapon systems. Happy days. Hey, 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 stop knocking the fucking doors in. I'm not mind controlling that. Let's have one of our servitors to investigate. Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, there. Good. Oh, he powered us down for a level, hence why we got the boosted as opposed to the Electra with added electrolyte. Shock husks. Let's get rid of that online and shoot it there. Anything else that we could grab? Oh, I've got control of these, haven't I? But they can't do anything. Oh no, they can. They can attack. That's good. If you can bring down the shields, I can make this really quick. Just saying. And there go their shields. We get 5. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we can beam 5 compartments, including their shield generator, we win. To beam their shield generator as one of the first ones, so we'll just lovely. That's their shields down. That's their everything down. And again, although these aren't attacking subsystems, just by being sat there means that the heart can't automatically repair them, which we like that a lot. They're dead anyway. We'll just wait for the beam to come online. Because we're definitely going to get subspace. And they've stunned my... go and sort out the subspace tear, would you love? Cheers. There you go, blew up on its own accord. Things spilling out of those subspace rifts. Just like... So having... one heavy translocator is usually enough to like get through the main game and set yourself up really well for the end. Get through the game and set yourself really well up for the end game. 2 is silly if you have the right units. We have not got the right units. I think those definitely sell for 25. That sells for like 10. So that's the better shout to take. Although we're probably going to run out of space at some point. No skill with knives, right? Well, we are presently overstocked on all heavy translocators. All they do, by the way, is they just teleport somebody over, but you can teleport them there, you can teleport them back, and you can pick where you teleport them to. You tear back into real space and are greeted by a possessed vessel. It suddenly turns its guns on you. Fuck off. We'll go. Let's do that. Actually, no, there's no point because we can't take their shields down enough to make that, to warrant that. I'd have to get stunned. And then by the time Grizzlin's ready to cascade a grift, we should have all 3 of those back. Their weapons aren't even good. And when things spawn from here, they won't be able to repair it either. Not that they're repairing it. That blows up, damaging their weapon again. Lovely. And then let's see if we can bring their shields down with this. Then we beam them. There we go. Sub-husk time. shields down. Ooh, look at that. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 compartments. That. Beam weapons very strong, obviously, if you can get shields down. Very important. Very little of import survives the explosion. You take what you can. That's quite a lot in comparison to what I'm having to deal with. I do keep threatening to play this game on the hardest level of difficulty, but I'd be typing in names and losing crew just as fast. And I know none of you actually like dying in these games. I do try and keep you alive. It won't. We will get killed by the end boss in Torment level 12 more often than not. It's fucking hard, even when you know how to game the system. We've got a long way to go before getting any more crew. We might pick up a particularly strong member of crew from that major threat mini-boss, which will be Faye. You arrive in system to discover a horde of infernal creatures laying waste to an Imperial starship. Several creatures are visible on the ship's outer hull, tearing off huge sections of armor plating with their clawed hands. Bloodpsyker. Oh, do we have more than one? Von and Kim. Vim. Their powers combine. Attempt to enslave the demon. I think it's if you have level 4 doors, you can actually bring about and then trap one of them on your vessel and then do it. But one of your crew, or maybe it's when you have level 3 doors, you get that as an option. One of your crew, Vim, stepped into the rights of the blood cult's offers to capture one of the abominations. Over the course of hours, your crew member manages to ensnare and trap one of the greater demons in a physically reinforced ampule. I mean, next time, girls, if you could just, like, bring it on and don't fucking catch it in a Pokeball, I'd rather have it just wandering around, because then it'll stay. I don't need Pokeball demons. Don't need them. We make them. We make Pokeball demons with the warp lands. Well, that's one scrap that'll get sold for then. Well done, ladies. Well done. You arrive in system and immediately find yourself in the middle of a massive battle between the Imperial Armada and war fleets of the Infernal Cults. Normally, like, even though, yeah, it's strange that you get that option. This is basically because you've got an Imperial citizen on board, you get one of these gold options, which is like guaranteed success and one of the best results that you can have. Who's getting us that is Grizzon. He is about as far from an Imperial citizen as you can possibly be, because he's a special Imperial citizen that has completely reverse views from normal Imperium. If we join the fight, we will get multiple battles, which could potentially be more than this. And we could fight against the Empire as well. Yeah, let's do it. You target lock one of the Imperial ships. Now, this may be multiple battles, so we need to be clever here. These are always difficult. Let's go that there. That there when it lands, and then one of those there. Lovely. Lovely. And then as I do, they'll bring more on board. Then we want to, what we'll do is we'll save our Grizzon's Chaos Rift and these sub-husks for the next battle, if there is one. Good. We'll save that warp as well if we can. No, I can't save everything. Okay, one more for you then. Cool, that's all their weapon systems down anyway. Good. And now they're just dead in space. How do we finish them? Hopefully these demons will do it for us. No, that's not it. See if we can bring the shields down with this. Go on, off you go. Excellent. Get in there, hunger up. Yum, 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 yum. Cool. 50 scrap. So that's probably worth about as much as that third option. I think that third option at this stage is usually worth about 60 or so. So if we get another fight out of this, it was worthwhile taking this option. You scan for more targets. You can go for one of the larger ships. Large ship, more. Or we can go for one of the smaller ships. Less. Big ship. You move in to attack one of the larger Imperial ships. So we haven't got our warp plans. We might be able to take their shields down with that. What we will do first is we will mind control him. Oh, actually, we do. Oh, yeah. We'll mind control him. Then we'll teleport these guys on board. Try and get a shot of that off as well. This will then disrupt their navigation, which will reduce their evasion chance, which means that this should definitely take their shields down, and we can get some real damage in. So that goes there, that goes there. That fires off. We'll pop. Where's he going? He's going there. We'll pop that there, and then we'll teleport the boys in. So you can't get anywhere. It'd be better just to try and get them into that room than fight it through. This opportunity to get them off the shields down. Right, that. Ion damage. Nasty. Nasty weapons. Nasty weapons. Oh, that did ionize their weapons, though, so that's good. That's their shields down. There. Good. Hit on the weaponry. Do with that, and then get the beam off. And that should be all she wrote. Oh, I still not used this. Is he not? One there. One there. Yep, that's it. Fight on my behalf. Excellent work. This should take their shields off. Go, and then it's there, I guess. Lovely. And then Grizzon's ready to send some more servitors on board. And they've all landed in the right place, kind of, this time. And good. And then even if they die, they ionize the weapons, which they didn't. So that was, doing the full battle and doing both rounds was actually more lucrative than that third option, even though that third option was a really good, easy option. Enemy crew have been killed. You search through the remains and find a few useful items. Probably made us an extra 30 or 40 scrap and some munitions. So it's pretty good. Oh, and then some for the actual event as well. The Imperial fleet has lost most of its ships and is forced back down. Several cult ships gather around the blasted remains of their Imperial enemies, apparently preparing to enact some foul source of occult ritual. You take this opportunity to scavenge what you can from a surrounding wreckage. Lovely. So, yeah, loads of scrap from that. Excellent work, everybody. Good job. Fine. We're probably going to push into more shields, and we've got loads of scrap, more than I know what to fucking do with. Never say that. Never. You can never have enough scrap in this game. Never, ever. Come across an Imperial vessel firing upon a nearby space colony. Oh, also, as well, if we'd have done the Imperial... That's not very blood cultisty, is it? Oh, we're Imperial citizens! Give us money! That's not very blood culty, is it? That's not very mind control-y, is it? It's not on theme. We wouldn't be on brand if we got Grizzon to go, oh, help us! You can't... I don't know what these accents are, Grizzon. I know you're not whatever that was. You come across an Imperial vessel firing upon a nearby space colony. Life pods stream from the colony in all directions as its former inhabitants try to escape the onslaught. You hear an open broadcast from the Imperial ships. Attention citizens of Colony VG85.801. Heretical activity, ooh, our favourite kind, has been detected within your ranks. And by the command of the solar hegemon, your lives are now forfeit. May the immortal king have mercy on your souls. Now, because we're cult, if we attempt to save a few of those life pods, we might get Faye out of one of them. Let's try it. We did! You managed, and it's a blood cultist as well. You managed to rescue a few life pods. One of their occupants decides to join your crew. Well, hello, Faye. She's actually a really good one as well. Although we can't use her ability yet. So what we'll do is we'll pop Faye on engines, because I was saying about leaning into evasion. That's... there we go. Faye's in. The only problem that we have, cast a projectile that heals all allied crew in target room for 10 HP. It's alright. It's not great. Automatically sacrifice the nearest allied thrall to increase that heal to 35 HP. That's good if you've got like a thrall generator. We have not. So, but still, another member of crew, another blood cultist. It all goes in with the theme. It's all coming together, except Grizzon. But he is a prostate. He's an Imperial prostate exam. So, yeah, it's all good. Not to be mistaken for a seaman specialist. No. Right. Can we give Faye anything to hold? No. She does have a Psycho slot available as well, so we don't even need to get rid of her transfusion ability yet. What does the blood cultist do? Not a massive... so you are a ritualist. So normally ritualists come with... I think they can come with a ability. So they are just straight up and up psychers. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do something. But look, Faye, it looks cool. Look at that mask. Look at that mask. Right. Not an awful lot at the moment. If we can get a thrall pit, though, could be good. The thing is, a lot of our crew are never going to really need healing because we're not fighting the good fight, but it might come into its own later on when we're up against boss or maybe even the major threat. A derelict ship drifts into view. It suddenly lurches into action as putrid energies spread across its hull. You prepare for battle as the possessed ship orientates its guns at you. I love the fact that it's like, oh, attacking my ship. Bye. Excellent. How much life do they have? Oh, they only have 20. Are you going to hold still? Hope you do. Nope, he's moved already. Bastard. Okay, well, good attempt, Kim. We need to get boarders on board this ship. I also need to do that. Yep, of course he moved. Of course he fucking moved. Let's mind control that one. Hopefully before these guys come out. And that guy should come and fight him. Might be able to mind control that. And then you guys could, like, attack the crate if you like. We need more warp points. Come on! Spawn things that go and do stuff! Yeah, there you go. Well, at least they're attacking something. We need this online to try and take down their shields. Oh, boarding team, off you go. Have one of them in there. Good stuff. One of them in there. And one in there. 69 scrap. Ugh. In comparison to the amount of scrap that we're getting from tier 12, from the top level of difficulty, that would normally be like maybe 10. Don't worry, Faye. The thing is, it doesn't matter, does it? You're in and you're a blood cultist. I don't have to vent you. So, don't have to space you. So, that's the important thing, I think we can all agree. I don't have to name you and then throw you off the vessel. Important things. get all of that. Yeah. That's enough. And then our borders should take care of what's left going on there. There we go. Lovely stuff. And look, we're kind of populating space as well as we go. Fuck me. I mean, it is a great weapon. But again, even 3 power is too much for what we're doing. Although that does sell for a lot. So, here you go, Faye. This is right in it. So I can give you a spell which makes you burden people. That's right, Faye. You, as a blood cultist, can be a burden on others. I mean, that sounds quite blood cultisty and within the theme of mind control. I think we'll grab that just to try and stay on theme. So what this does is this slows all enemies. There's a better version of that which lowers their DPS. Right? There's a better version of that one, but that'll do for now. That'll do for now. It's on theme. It's on theme. So this will slow people on the other vessel. We can also use it on our own vessel as well. So nice to have as a little bit of utility. Right, we're heading for this. And we'll spend up on scrap to try and make sure we're in a good state of play to deal with that. A damaged chromic interceptor drifts out from one of the rift storms scattered throughout the area. Attack! Kill! The voice coming through the comms is barely a croak. There is an ominous or ominous aura about it. We will... A damaged chromatic interceptor. We'll attack it. We don't fight for Crom. Ooh. Okay. Let's go there. Bay, you tell them about your day. Yep, that's burdened them. And then we'll do that there. And we'll mind control there. And nobody seems to be boarding us. Good. 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 Excellent. Easy. Easy job. And I don't think there was... I hope there was... I wasn't really looking. I don't think there was any crates on that ship. There you go. Free money. Free money. See, again, normally this would be a problem. We could double them as well. You get Faye to tell this demon that's boarded our ship about her day. And then, when it's slowed and burdened, Grizzin can teleport it back over there. Moments after your arrival, a tidal wave of dark energy washes over your ship. Disturbing apparitions appear across your security feed. In the distance, a decrepit warship lurches forward, weapons aimed directly at you. Intruders detected. Hey, 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 hey! Oh, wait, shit. No, don't teleport me as well, Grizzin. I don't want to go over there. Just teleport it. There we go. Off you go. Back into my command center. Thank you very much. What missiles have you got? Sabers. At least they've got a long charge time on them, but we're going to have to do something here. Let's go that one there. Let's see if we can mind control that should be able to board that ship. Need another one of those to go off. It's another shield-piercing bloody weapon. Okay, we're probably going to have to take a missile hit here, I think. Cool, so weapons, well, that's their beam thing down, the thing that could get us. do one of those there. Oh, we missed. We have got decent evasion. Well, 35% chance. Right. Better than nothing. They're all still alive. Where are you going? Control them. Good. That's another hit on their weapons. Come on, I don't want to take any damage, thank you very much. Wait. There. I didn't do that. Right. Boarding team, in you get. Ow. Should have sent them sooner. Like that missile. I don't want any more of those. Thank you very much. Hello, Chris. Sorry, dude. We haven't got very many crew yet, so you're joining a very long line. Go. Oop, that ionized their shields. Excellent work. And then we go there. That. Not that we need that many. That's all right. I'll put you in, Chris. You'll be. I mean, I've got. I've got a few other names. Someone will have to give me the order in a minute. Hopefully, when we. Who? Hang on. Let's have a look. It was. So I put Faye in because she's been waiting for ages. Then I think it was Doc. Then Dread. Then Baker. Then Chris. I should write this down. I'm not going to write it down. Right. We'll do this one, and then we'll spend some of that scrap and make sure we are our bestest self before we go into. No. Oh, help. Move out the way, Vaughn. Prison. Send that fucker back. Back in you go. Fire this. Right, that doesn't matter too much. This thing. These do. So let's try and do some damage to their weaponry. We could do with upgrading our sensors as well. You'll note that even though Kim's manning our sensors aren't very good, so we can't actually see what's going on aboard their vessel, which means that firing off mind control shit is not great. Although I do know there's one there. Whether it stays there or not, well, Bond's going to find out for us. If it does, I'll probably. Hey, we got it. Not that he's going to do anything. We can't actually control things. One of those there. Keep their weapon system suppressed. Actually, no. Let's put that damage on that. That's doing a lot more than shields. Could be. Good. And then we pop one of those there. It might get there in time, but I doubt it. Good. Servitor team's doing its job. One more of those and Prison can send them back across. Day. I actually remembered this time. Right, someone get me that fucking box. Go, Gadget Grizzon's team. Good. That's all of their shit fucked. Let's go and smack the heart about a bit. An inertia probe. Enemy ship loses 10% evasion when your sensor status is active. Since our lancers are guaranteed hits, this doesn't really help us. This was one of the units where it wasn't actually showing on the enemy stats, so I don't even know if it was worth. So yeah, this isn't really any good to us, so we discard that, which is unfortunate. I wish you were able to store them in your cargo hold to then sell them or make your decisions later, but having said that, some of them can be quite powerful and you could game that system quite easily, so maybe not. That goes that. Right, come on, Team Grizzin. Fucking earn your crust. Yes, you may be suffocating, but that's no excuse. The shields down. We need that. Good. And I'll finish it off with that if you guys don't up until that point. Lovely. That's actually coming in quite useful for us. With it being a scatter weapon and firing multiple projectiles, it can take down multiple levels of void shielding, which is nice. You'll scavenge what you can from the range. Thank you very much. Right, next one is this, or an asteroid field. I'll show off the major boss. Right, so I know we've got like a stack of names and stuff. Everybody, prepare for death. It could be on the cards. Let's see if we can make us our best selves. So we've got 3 levels of shielding. We could get a 4th. We do want sensors. Let's get those up and running so I can at least see what's going on the enemy ship. Don't need that. That's just a convenience thing at the moment. The brave beam could be fucking helpful here. It's not very blood cultisty. We could say that they're blood ghouls. I don't know. I just fucking work here. Let's... The thing is, we are actually sat on quite a lot of scrap as well. So we could do things that aren't particularly... If we can bring down their shields, so these, it fires a massive beam and every room it touches, it spawns ghouls. It's actually quite good. If you can get their shields down. What could we do with that scrap? We can get another level of shields. Get our engines up a bit more as well. 4 levels of void shielding is very powerful. Never going to say no to that. Cool. Well, there goes all of our scrap. You will be do or dying. Oh, you might be do or dying. Right. This is all. It depends on what this threat is, because there's some that are easier and some that are harder. It's like I think there's 4 different major bosses. There's this one, the giant necrophage. There is an Imperial's battle arc or battleship. There's a tech priest one, and there's a space miners one. Those are the only 4 I think, because there was an achievement for taking each of them on, and I've got that. So your path crosses something ancient and pulsing, not dead, not quite alive. Your instruments twitch. The void has grown a tongue. Is it silver? No. A lifeless meat puppet. Yes. Flashes erratically on your view. Hang on, if they're lifeless and meat puppets, have they got a mind that we can control? Body fused with what used to be a command throne. It does not speak. You power your weapons and prepare to engage the monstrosity. Now, these things have a lot of weaponry. The ones to look out for are going to be him. Definitely him, because he summons fiends. Right, we've got to bring their shields down in quick order, and we need to take potentially that out as well. Bringing his shields down in quick order will help, and we can do our regular tactics. The only problem with this vessel is, like with possessed vessels, if we or like the Emboss can do, if we destroy all the crew, it's like, oh, the ship becomes something else and doesn't need crew anymore, and fucking repairs everything. We want it, like, dead or on death's door by that point. Hopefully, through a little bit of seductive mind control, we can assist with that. So that puts them all in that room. We could then do that there to try and assist. Let's pop one of those down and one of those down. And he's put a shield up. Great. Well, that's up. That's lots of shields. Thanks very much. We could use that to bring down the shield. We could also use that to bring down the shield. Right, that is a complete waste, but now I don't want... That's not too bad, but we don't want that going off. So let's teleport the necromancer onto our ship. We've got to be very careful about all of this shit going off real soon. Direction coming from the correct one. Good. That's a hit there. So they've got their necromancer on board that we brought. So there you go. Shields down. That's a good start. We need to get these beams off now. That's done. Let's pop one of those down there to try and stop them repairing quite as quick. Another one of those in there to kill their necromancer. Keep that powered, and then that goes there. That's good. So that damages their weapon systems. That stops them knocking the crap out of us quite so much, because that's a lot of weaponry. I want to, if we can get that off, that would be great. Bait, burden them. Don't think that slows their repair speed, unfortunately. Come on, Grave Beam. How many rooms can we hit with that? And it's not great, because it's, I think it's only one ghoul per room. But you want that. Let's see. Better than nothing. That's more borders for us. We like that. And see them, now that Faye's burdened them, they're going to take a long time to get there to deal with this, which is great news for us. Hopefully we can get lots of damage in before they get their act together. Another beam across there. Don't want to take their life support. Ah, you fucker! Don't want to take their life support systems out just yet, because that will quickly kill all of their crew. Don't want to do that. Let's teleport them across there like that. Let's try and... Nope, nothing to mind control. Ow. Good. 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 Some nasty weaponry on all of this as well. I could go through it all, but... Right. That's... I don't think that will go off before it kills it. That one's a dangerous one. That's their missile system. It's damage that we can't do an awful lot about. Their shields are still down, though. This is good. Now we basically want to be trying not to kill their crew. Kill their systems. Do as much fucking damage along the lines as possible. Actually, it's happened anyway. A spectral whisper echoes through your ship. A droning noise surrounds you. Infernal energy sweep across the hull of the monstrosity, newly awakened by a malefic intelligence. So it must do this when it's either I thought it was when the crew dies, but it must be like a timed event. Can I get that off? Can. Because basically it's repaired all their shields and shit as well, which is really annoying. Got one. So now we have to wait. Let's mind control him. Do some damage to that. And burden it. And teleport another team across. Ugh, this is a problem. We can cut and run, but if we can kill this, there's some tasty... Well, there's a chance of some tasty rewards. Come on. Fucking end. Ow, 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 ow. There we go, it's down. Right. Can't fire it yet. We've got nothing to follow up with it. Uh, get out of there, because those skeletons can fuck you up. How many have you got? They've got 2 coming in. I'll come and help. Quickly, mate. Okay, time to go, Fate. That. Go. Cross. If we can get 4 here before the shields come back up online, we've killed it. Mom. Yes! Nailed it! Lovely. Well, that worked out nicely. A series of violent convolutions. A series of violent convulsions rip through the creature's spine. That battle on the top level of difficulty is more often than not a run ender unless you are set and sorted by that point, and you rarely are. Look at this, look. A gush of entrails and valuables pour from the creature's sundered maw. You snatch what you can before the rest liquefy in a cloud of bubbling acid. This is a good module, but to be given a Doom effigy as a crew, I hope I can name them. I can't name it. No! That's really good, though. Although if it could move, that'd be fantastic. So if you have a bound demon, it stays. It won't disappear when we walk from 1 to 1. Doom effigies are particularly good. They're huge tanks, immune to suffocation, reduced DPS. Most importantly, they cast skeletons periodically at the enemy. I have no control over this, and I don't think I can fucking name it either, because it doesn't appear within the list. Oh, that was going to be Doc. Oh, Doc was going to be a Doom effigy. I mean, we could always pretend that Doc's the Doom effigy. It's not the same, though, is it? It's not the same. It is not the same. But yeah, that's very powerful. One of the ships starts off with that, and if you have it as the starting unit, you can name it at the start, but when we're at this point, you can't anymore, which is a bit shit. But there you go. Never mind. This is why I was saying about always upgrading your engines to at least level 3, because there is a gold option for it. Your engine doesn't even need to be powered up to level 3. It just needs to have the upgrade to allow you to have that option. You arrive to see a devastated planet in front of you. An Imperial flotilla is holding station in orbit, high over the smoking ruins of the surface colonies. So normally you'd start off at engines level 2. Upgrading costs you, I think it's 15 scrap. And then it basically means that you get a guaranteed something out of this. That's a lot of scrap, and we get a thing. Your upgraded engines allow you to quickly enter a nearby wreck field. A few Imperial warships notice you and begin accelerating towards your position. Fortunately, they are unable to enter weapons range before you secure the loot. Who gets the Gore Blaster? They can't even hold it. Grizzin, you've already had some armor. You can keep it, though. Medium rooms. Is anyone actually in a medium room? Kim is... But she's got a shitty knife. Okay, you can have the Gore Blast, Kim. And Von, you can have this excellent knife. So it benefits to put the right people. Let's call him Doom. It could be Doom, couldn't it? Yeah, it's Doomsley. Yeah, it's a shame, really, that doesn't come up as a crew member. I do wonder why it doesn't. I mean, I know it's not something that you can control, but if you start off with that, as I said, one of the ships actually starts off with the Doom effigy. They are incredibly powerful in a summoning build. So, just before you saying, Doom effigy, though, isn't that like a more of a war cultist or more of a another kind of... No. Doom effigies are blood cultist things now, if they weren't already. You approach the Stargate. Oh, how am I supposed to do theme runs if you give me this shit? I suppose we could always get a techno-blood cultist. You arrive at the techno-cult-controlled sector. The priests of the machine cult are defined by their pursuit of knowledge and rationality above all else, though some say many of their kind have taken these ideas far too far. Right. We need repairs. We can get repairs from that, but I ain't going... we can kick some teeth in here as well. But this would be better for us, because we might get some more blood cultists, and we'll get some psychomancy as well, and we've got plenty of scrap for it. So you arrive in orbit around a barren desert moon. A preliminary scan on the moon's surface reveals a series of geometric tunnels structures clustered around the South Pole, likely the remnants of some long-lost civilization. We'll investigate those. How else are we going to get the loot? You search the tunnel structures and discover an unusual black prism. It pulses with supernatural energy. Yeah, bring it back. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not fine. Back in orbit, a techno-cult vessel approaches. They explain that the prism is extremely dangerous and demand you hand it over. No. I mean, if they'd have said something about a price, maybe. Refuse. You cannot comprehend the magnitude of what you are dealing with. Interesting, actually. I'm reading a book at the moment, or have read, of the Caiaphas Cain series, and I wonder if that's a reference to... I'm trying to think what it's fucking called now. There's a black slab, and it has warp energies around it, and it said the same description, and it was... Yeah, there was a lot of desert on Perelia. Trying to think what it's called now. You cannot comprehend the magnitude of what you are dealing with. Well, I'm sure if it has magnitude, then it has a price, and I've got a crew to feed. What can I say? Yeah, that might be a Caiaphas Cain reference, or maybe just a general Warhammer 40k Idness reference. Who knows? Who cares at this point? Who cares? This here, this here, this here. That should be all of them. Good. Infested and mind controlled and all some such. Good. And then they'll start kicking in their own systems. We'll pop one of those there. In fact, we'll pop one of those there so they don't get antsy in borders. Hopefully. There. Oh, we're not even ready for it yet. I mean, to be fair, we're quite strong against borders now anyway, so... God, that thing's saying mind control for ages. It's quite good. That's quite good, that. Is it a large area? Casts a projectile that throws hostiles in target area. Yeah, so it's only the room. Slow him down. Good. He's slowed. More skeletons. Like, look at that. In the time it's taken me to like enact our tactics, our doom effigy has already thrown 4 skeletons at them. Now, skeletons aren't great, but it's more bodies. We like more bodies. Stealth all the way. Nice one. Hang on, I'll check in a second, Faye. Servo husk. I mean, we could use it. We don't need to heal. Although that heal is better than this heal at the moment. Grab that. Heeding the machine priest's last words, you keep the creature in an ultra-high security storage vault until you can figure out what to do. The creature? I thought it was a fucking slab. Hey! Several days later, you arrive at a civilian colony and manage to trade the prism to a local trader for some old equipment. Old? That's fantastic equipment. Does anyone actually need it, though? It's a problem with cultists. They've never got any armor slots. I mean, I could do with it. So, who's going to be better off with that? I'm not actually doing a lot of moving around, although Grizzin might be. So, I'm sorry, Grizzin. I'll take the heavy Dura plate off you. It is good. 20 HP is great. I'll take that. Ugh, smells of Grizzin. But Grizzin can then have a tactical exoskeleton, which makes him suffocation resistant. Not quite as much HP, but quicker movement speed as well. So if I need to get him out of there, I can. And Von, you can lug about this massive assault shield, since you're the only one that can fucking carry it at the moment. Excellent. Good. Yes, recall them. Lovely. Almost there. Maybe some more crew. You might have taken some damage. You probably took some damage on that last fight where I run into the room to help you out. And then what happens is between each sector, all of your crew get, I think it's like 15% of their health back. So it's probably that. You detect an Imperial ship under attack by a Death Cult monitor. Well, we're Blood Cult, so we attack Death Cult. You move to engage. Yes, we do, the weak-minded fools. Let's put a Warp Lance here. And then mind control the fuck out of them. Here and here. And then we do one of those as well to do some damage on them. Oh, Grison's feeling awfully drained. And I'll have one of those there. No, don't huff down the fumes, Fee. Thank you. Right, we need to fire something at him to stop him casting. So, Faye can burden him. No, now, Grison, come on. He's moved already anyway. I hate that beeping when it's enemy crew that you've possessed. That beeping noise always puts me on edge because it means that somebody of my crew is dying when they're not really my crew, just temporary. Ooh. The Imperial commander curtly acknowledges your help and ejects a small supply crate. That's a fucking good weapon for something that they've just turfed out of the nearest airlock in a kind of, oh yeah, cheers mate, kind of way. Nobody needs it though. We're not really doing any boarding actions. This is another thing that I find about the game a lot as well, is if you start getting a few items, it'll then fucking bombard you with them. Because it like almost knows that you're going to hit the cap and then have to start making fucking decisions. Right, here. Please be blood cultists. Come on. Need some blood cultists. Trade. Yes! And it's the best one! Right, who did we say that was? Is that Doc? I'm not picking up a waltz here. Right, we're definitely having a Doc. Right, Doc, have a fucking flaming sword. I'll keep my armor, actually. And good, good, good. Right, let's get rid of that. Have you got a no, you haven't got a utility slot. I don't think those translocators are going to be useful. These don't help us, even though they sell for absolute garbage. I'll keep that for now. Skellingtons. I wish this was better. Really do. Ooh! It is cheap. We don't need healing. Faye, you now summon skeletons. There you go. Very blood cultisty of you. They can be the husks of, or the remnants of Faye's successful blood rituals. Obviously stripping all the skin and bone, skin and blood, muscle and shit. Cool. Good. That's a decent amount of scrap. Do we need any of these? Do we need any of these? Don't think so. And I don't want to, like, we're not having Imperial scribes. They've got so low HP. It's ridiculous. We actually got anything that I could give them to, you know, at least blur the lines of them being an Imperial. Give them a fucking ritualist dagger. No. So, yeah, sorry, just Doc for now. Just Doc. We'll say, I mean, I know he's not here, but we'll say Doom. Doom. That's Doom. That's Doomsly, that is. Doom effigy, there you go. That is on brand, though, isn't it? So, what we can do now is we can keep Doc in here. And he's got a lovely flaming sword. Right, Grizzin, you know that like exosuit that I said? It's not that good. Yeah, have some armor. You can have your armor back now. It smells just like me. We'll give the exosuit to Doc because we can use him as a boarding party. Now, what we must remember to do is when we finish doing the boarding to not just leave, otherwise Doc will get left behind. It's always a worry of mine. Always a worry. So let's try not to leave Doc behind. He's a very important character. You encounter a techno-cult vessel under attack by Imperial Patrol. Well, we don't like either of these, so let's attack anyway. Now what we can do is we can instantly send Grism. We can instantly send Doc across. Oh, I didn't name him, did I? Oh, I can't now. I'll do it in a minute. Thanks, Faye. What are these? Gladius. These can't even get through our shields. So let's concentrate everything on the missiles. I didn't even repair. We've got loads of scrap. What an idiot. I'm getting too excited. I must be. Right. Summon skeletons. Good. And then we go this one here, this one here, that there. Skeletons away, yeah, come on, Fate. Oh, don't set it on fire. Oh, actually, no. That's good. That's good. Griston's fire resistant. Put it out. Excellent. And then we... This is the problem with Summon Skeleton. You only get one. They're not a great unit. And they take so long to fucking cast. And then, like, the cooldown's not too bad. But that's, like, such a long time for not a great cast. Which is rather annoying. Don't even bother, Kim. Just abandon your post. Let the fire put itself out, kind of. Right, that's their missiles dealt with. Let's do... Not yet. Close that up. Do we really need to send risk Doc? We don't. We don't need to risk Doc. Let's do that. That connects. We laser beam. Good. And we're all quite rampant over there. That takes so long to charge. So very long. Good stuff. Excellent. Not even what I thought it was. We're getting some good modules as well, but not good for us. That one can go. That one's for boarding. Right. Name Doc. Doc. I've changed my mind as well. So, Grizin, you can indeed have your tactical exosuit. Doc's got enough health, and I'm not risking him in a boarding action where I forget. Because I might. What's more important? Sensors there and that there. So Doc's going to take over Kim's job. Kim, you're on doors. And the reason being is because Blood Knights come straight with Treacherous Whispers, the same ability that Bomb has. So we can now mind control 3 crew. So Doc's just like me, but without a helmet and less androgynous. Right, let's remember to... Oh, actually, we don't need to remember to repair. How many have we got? Is it nice and efficient? Oh, it is as well. Lovely. Cool. I mean, yeah, I didn't repair here because I was waiting to get to this that we have to go through. And then that's just 3 repairs. We'll get another planetary assault. This one, planetary assault fortification. Don't know if they're always fortifications or not. Don't know if that last word has changed. We'll go down here for systems and ship arm. Oh no, that's got modules. Let's have a look at the modules. We don't need the one that guarantees our warp lance hit. It's nice, but we could get something better potentially. Let's go that off, that on. What missiles have you got, Gladius? That's 1, 2, 3. So their weapons can't even penetrate our shields. Hence why we go for the missile system, because that just can. Although warp hitting here, a warp lance, I think, can... It says creates multiple breaches. So the bigger a room you hit it in, the more breaches it'll make. I think it's a guaranteed 2, but obviously, you know, can only make 1 there, which is a shame. Now, those guys aren't going... Oh, wrong one. Fucked it. Never mind. Let's pretend that those skeletons are base skeletons and that I didn't just fuck that up. That needs to go on there. We also need to do damage to that heart. Of course he's... I mean, 35, pretty good chance of evasion, right? Nope, wrong. Right, cool. At least the heart's down. That's a good start. Beam. There. Don't want to hit that room with the box in, otherwise we won't get the goodies in the box. We want the goodies in the box, because that's why we're here most of the time. Good. Try and fire your skeleton off again. I might actually let you do it this time. And then go gadget team Grizzin. Get me that box. In fact, actually, you go there. You go and do that. You go and do that. You go and do that. Good. Got the box. Didn't take the missile down before the missile fucking hit. Ever. Good. And good. And good. Yeah, and yeah, you are right, Doc. It is lucky that they added a reminder, but yeah. The thing is, I'm getting used to now playing this game like this and ignoring the reminder, hence why I've taken you out of the boarding team. Otherwise, you will get left on board some random vessel to go and carve your own path. And not on purpose. There is a defunct asteroid. These are very good, but we don't really have... I mean, we could have Doc as a boarder, but he can't take an item, which is unfortunate. Cool. Let's get this fucking ship repaired. Nice and efficient. Lovely. And then we want to be going... Where did we say? Modules. Get repairs, get repairs, get repairs, get repairs. Get repairs. Hey. Wait a second. That there. This off. That there. It goes in. Goes in. That goes in, and I'll save mine for when it's needed. Do one of those instead. That's interesting. I got hit, and what did he hit me with? That was... What did he hit me with? Oh, it's a technovirus. It wasn't me. Okay. Normally when you get hit in the middle of summoning or casting or what have you, it interrupts, but it didn't. I was wondering if that's like maybe an innate ability with some of these characters, that they don't suffer those effects. But yeah, I think it was the thing that he was going for. Right, let's cast that there. More warp nastiness. And then that goes there. That puts the shields down, which it does. That goes across the bar. That's pretty much all she wrote. We've already got one of those in reserve, so we'll take this with the intention of selling it. Energy beam 2s. You know what? It's 2 power. No. Look, see, I would just leave, and that would I'd forget to pick up Doc in that scenario. We're going nothing. Well, I'd say we've got it. You detect an... Famous last words. You detect an unknown object in the distance. Its temperature readings are abnormally high. Let's go poke it! You approach the object and determine it to be a starship of the death cult. It is on fire. There may be survivors on board. I mean, we could just attack it. But if I send one of you guys in to rescue them, there's the possibility that we'll get another crew member and we can start naming people from the chat. There's also the possibility that we'll send someone in and they'll die. It won't be Vaughn, and I don't get to choose though, just remember this. Okay, it's only injured, it's fine. Your crewman... Oh, fuck's sake, for a husk! Your crewman dashes through the flames and attempts to rescue the survivors. They return with severe burns. Unfortunately, they were only able to recover a single husk. How very heroic of you. How very heroic of you, Grizzon. Run in there and all he could find is a non-disposable version of the team disposable that he has. Oh, now I've got to name him as someone. Oh, Grizzon, you are ruining things. Who's next? Who was next? Actually, Chris said that he was half watching, didn't he? Chris, you can be a fucking servitor because nobody else is going to want to be it. There you go. Chris the servitor. I know he's in the background going like, oh, compliance! Chris. Why does it always miss the first fucking letter? I have... Look! K. Don't know why it always does that, but that can be Chris. I'll try and keep you alive, Chris. You have a very important job of... Right. You know, they say that the life that saves you, you owe, so you can now do Grizzon's job. So, well done, Grizzon. Ever the hero. Ran in there and all he came back was with this crappy t-shirt. And Chris. Right. Repair. Let's repair first. Ooh. Plus 10 HP to all demonic units. This would be really... Like, we've had both the really good ones. Plus HP to demonic units. And then plus HP to... no, plus DPS to demonic units. Those two together for a summoning thing. We're not really doing the summoning thing, but this is still very good. Because we have got Doom summoning skeletons. We've got Fae summoning blood cultist sanctioned skeletons, and I believe this works with the warp plants as well, so entities that come out of the warp plants have that plus 10 HP. So that's actually pretty good. We're not actually using the Carnage optics for anything. And at least this is guaranteeing hits. So I'd say we uninstall that. The other one, mirrored fire control. The first time your ship fires a non-beam weapon, we're barely firing any weapons either. That one's really good as well if you're doing a boarding action team, because you're then getting 30% HP back between rests, which, yeah, you don't even need a med bay if you use that right. But desecrated shrine for the blood cultists. Why not? Why the devil not? That does make the grave beam pretty good now as well, because the ghouls summoned with that will be doing will have an extra 10 HP. And it's one of the problems with ghouls is they can do a bit, but they don't have much HP to get it done. Right, those aren't any good to us. But is a grave, are ghouls really on brand with a blood cultist team? That is the question. We've only used it once, and of course, in that circumstance, they were blood cultist sanctioned ghouls. Let's put that on upgrade. Then means that providing we can get the shields down on stuff, we can do a shit ton of damage with those beams. Yeah, let's do it. This needs reorganizing. There we go. And I like to put my lancers at the end. Cool. Good. Still got loads of scrap. Could get another one. We've got a decent amount of ammo as well. Or... no. And then this again leans into what we're doing. Creating breaches, which the demonic can usually do alright in. Especially skeletons. I mean, they can do well in fire as well. That's fairly expensive, but that's a one-off and we can upgrade it as well. Providing we can get the... So, the problem that we have now is it all rests on getting the enemy's shields down. This is quite good for that, but we need a more powerful version. Let's grab that. Let's put it near our weapon systems. Let's... yeah, that's fine. So we've now got a lot of beam weapons. As it happens, with those two, if we have one more beam weapon, that's an achievement right there, as it happens. Oh, do we need two? Do need two. It's going to get expensive. We don't need two on all the time. We can bring this on secondary. That needs powering. Need another weaponry and another power. Can we even afford that? Just. Okay, that's all for convenience. But that's quite a mighty armament, providing we can knock their shields down, which our warp lance and our mind controllers and our boarders can all do. All blood cultist sanctioned. Blood cultist sanctioned. I mean, I could say that in any theme. Oh yeah, it's all sanctioned by whatever it is that we're doing. Oh, it all counts. You encounter a raider vessel under attack by an Imperial patrol. Yeah, that's our Imperial ship to attack. You power your weapons and move to engage. Right, so we want to go... Can they hurt us? 1, 2... No, 1, 2. Ooh, that does ionize, though. I'm going to say... Let's concentrate on their weapon systems for now. Because, yeah, look, that's created 3 breaches. We like that. Let's do some treacherous whispery up in there. Skeletons are going. More skeletons in there. We'll have some of that to reduce life totals. I fired, so let's get that with shields. No, Kim. Don't fight the fire. Just get out of it. You can control the doors later when the fire's out. these seaman specialists, so committed to the door openings and closings. So committed. We need this to do that, that, there. Wait a second. Good. 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 That. And then that can connect. We go double beam and we'll crisscross. There. And there. Lovely. Look at that. Oh, yes. And we could siege beam as well and finish them off. No, it's... Yeah, you can't target that, can you? But it should fire. Nope. You killed everybody. Too quick. Too quick. The enemy crew has been killed. You said food remains. Thank you very much. The raiders, the Imperials, were after are nowhere to be found. They must have taken the opportunity to escape during the engagement. Of course they did. Of course they did. Why wouldn't you? Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention as well, today's stream is, if you can see, is sponsored by Marvel. I can't point. That does say Marvel. Yeah, just recall them. Let's go. Ooh, planetary bombardment. So this will be a test now. Pirate vessel has spotted you. They're trying to use the nearby supergiant star to their advantage. The fools. Right, let's close all that up. Let's see here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Their weapons can hurt. They haven't got anything else though, so let's just level their weaponry. And then mind control the fuck out of everyone that goes in there to repair it. Let's get skeletons in there also. Let's curse their blood. And all those on the shields. Marvel, Faye. Sponsored by Marvel. It's just because that's what's on my dressing gown. Bayou? Let's get some more warp nastiness right there. The beams are ready. We do one of those. That should take down their shields. And then we go there. And I might as well do same again. There. Double beams. Done. Right, let's vent that compartment again. I will let you go back to your door duty, Kim. Just need to get rid of the small fire that's in your department. Yeah, I tried some of the new characters, as I was saying recently. Tried the capitalist. He's a bit weak, unfortunately, and the discount that he gets isn't good enough, but we will be doing a rogue trader run. What were the other new characters? Obviously, we're trying, I think this is only the first or second time that I've played as the heiress, and she's actually quite powerful, even though we haven't really used her much. I mean, him, her, he, she, it. You arrive above an Imperial planet colony, is soon met with an intercepted transmission. God, words are getting... The longer the stream goes on, the harder the words become. Short on flux? Ever since the supply fleet stopped coming, so by the throne shoot them... Oh, they're talking to me! Your sensors warn of tracking signatures from surface batteries. In the meantime, scans indicate the presence of a possibly valuable vault within one of the less defended fortifications. Well, then that is the one that we shall go for. They've only got 2 people. How are we supposed to work with this? Right, what weaponry have you got? So you've got your missiles. We can deploy infiltrators, but I don't want to risk it. Not that it's too much of a risk. Shiv missiles, you can fuck off with those. Let's put those there. They'll then go and repair it. Let's put skeletons down also. it would probably be a good idea to do that before they can open fire. The weaponry is bobbins, that's good. And then do their blood over, give them some blood work, and a little bit of hypnosis for the pair of them so they can't repair, and then they'll fight stuff instead. Don't put that on fire, we need that for later. Wait for the skeletons to go off. Good, good. They'll now batter those missiles hopefully into submission. We'll... Oh, wait. Might as well move you out there. Right, missiles down, good. Shields down, ish. Good. Hey, look, they're getting the containers for me, the weak-minded fools. Thank you. And then they had a little bit of a fight, and now they're going to go and repair shit. That goes there to take shields, and then we beam the stuff that's going to be a pain in the arse, which is that, and that. Not that it's doing damage, but it's damaging systems, which makes this base easier to take. And then we, yeah, just let it crack on. Good. Yeah, he's done. And they can't fire back at us. Really good, good, good. Summon some more skeletons just because you can, Faye. Excellent. Defending garrison has been eliminated. You ensure the retrieval of all storage vaults. Yum. You prepare to break orbit and move on. Call recruit. I don't need them. They're just going to die when we leave. Now, is it here? No. I swear I've opened one of these doors when you were in, like, near orbit, and the compartment didn't deoxygenate. Although I didn't test it this time with Grizzon. So, you're welcome, Grizzon. Let's crack on. So how far are we? 3 hours, and we're reasonably there. Why now? Why couldn't you have been there? Why? Cool. Looks like we're going to the blood cultist sector. So just before the last fucking bit, we can theme the run. You drop back into real space. We're home. Arriving at a sector controlled by the cult of blood. Known for their vast knowledge of forbidden sorceries, skeletons, mind control, and general depressing burdenness. Along with an unusual precedent for torture as well, apparently. The blood god disciples are not to be trifled with. I think we've already taught the galaxy that by this point, but, well, best reinforce the lesson. Oh, that's a shame. Are there any others? There is. Cool. So we'll definitely be able to pick up some Psi blood cultists here. We could go this way and pick up some more crew and get some more new names in, but we're going to have to... We need that gore shrine. If we get that gore shrine, it gives us the little label that we are a blood cultist and we want blood cultisty things. It would have been nice to have that from the start. But there you go. It's one of the things that I would like to see changed in the game, although again it might be a little bit too powerful, is the starting sector that you start in can only ever have an Imperial node or a raider or outlaw or pirate node. Can never be anything else, which I like doing themed runs. I don't just do themed runs when I'm playing it online either. I try and generally keep all of my runs themed, except when it's like, oh, I might die now. Let's get something that's not. Gamer man to the rescue, indeed. Right. Oh, we're going. Those weapons definitely need taking out. Let's wait for the repairs to begin. Play with your skeletons. Stop with your promises. On with your mind-altering techniques. Kim works up their blood. Grizzin gets ready with teleporting. I don't want to be poisoned, thank you very much. I also don't want to be teleported over with Team Grizzin either, so we need to remember to get me out of there. Let's... can't do things. Might get Team Grizzin. Good. Another warp lance there would be nice. Get me back in there before I get sent across. Mind control here. Team Grizzin almost ready. Ooh, no, move. Shields are just about holding. And yes, I know I haven't used our siege beam once yet. I probably should. But we are a little shy on ammunition, so I want to wait until we can actually make that quite effective. Just shoot. Look like 3 hits, not 2. Right, Team Grizzin, go, 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 go. Good. Good. Ooh, that's good. Can anyone even wear it? Someone will be able to. We'll take the tactical armor. Can anyone wear it now? Yes. Right. Grizzin, I did promise you the exoskeleton. I might need suffocation resistance, which then means that Doc can inhabit... God, this... that heavy Duraplate armor has swapped hands so many times. That reeks of me and Grizzin, Doc. It's all yours now. All yours now. Yeah, it's looking good. We've still got stuff to sell as well. Stop this. I'm leaving. Right, we need to go here. Then we need to go and kick in the blood cultist's teeth so that we can get a pledge to them. You come across a death cult spacecraft ensourced in a cloud of noxious flux vapors. It readies its weapons and drifts towards your ship. I will add your corpse to the pile. Ooh, just in case Morph is watching, I did send you a message. I don't know if you got it or not. If you just say yes or no would be great. What I've actually asked Morph to do, I think it's something that I've chatted with you lot about reasonably extensively, is it would be nice if everyone that usually turns up, I can populate all of your names into the game. So that instead of us doing these theme runs, me purchasing people and then naming them, you guys will just be in the shop for me to purchase, or on the enemy crew and like commanding the enemy vessels. I think that would be quite good. Von steams in from the darkness in her void vessel, ready to take you on, and then we get to Ted, and then Von would die on stream, and it'd be because she's the enemy, not because I got her killed. It'd be great. So great. But as I explained to Morph in the little message that I shot him, I was like, you know I'm not a programmer, so what I'm asking you to do could take fucking days. So although I did say I'd do a lot of live streams in exchange for the fact, I'm not willing to pay for it, but you know, could be good. Could be good. You come across, we'll add your corpse to the pile. No, you won't. What you'll do is you'll add your mind to ours. Your poisonous and decrepit distinctiveness will be added to our own. Good. And Von mind control. Doc mind control. Kim, work that blood. I'll fire that. Do they have any nasty? Not really. That's a lot of fucking putrefacty shit, though. That's not a corruption beam, is it? This looks like a similar model to a putrefactor. This is a lot of shots, and it's a lot of poison. Quite nasty. Hey, get the old skelly bobs in there. Good. No. Don't half the poison down, Faye. Thank you very much. Where are these mind controls? Oh, they've... Hey, they dodged. Bastards. Right, we'll put that one there. Try and open up some more warp haulage. Good. Good. Back on sensors, Doc, so I can tell where people fucking are. They tell them all about it. And then get back on engines. They are burdened. And now we go one of those. Definitely need to improve this. Need something that tears down a few more layers of shielding. Go that one there. And that one there. Slap. And that is all they wrote. Perfect. So this is working quite nicely. Right. No, you're a Blood Knight. We're very clean. Very clean. Very clean people. Right, Gore Shrine. So this is where, as I said, if I could get these earlier, I was hoping for a Gore Shrine early so that every shop we went to would have blood cultists in it, or a much higher chance of having a lot more blood cultists. You come across a small deserted outpost. Nothing appears out of the ordinary save for a pattern of complex sigils pointing toward the single flayed corpse nailed to the entrance. It is a shrine to us. A ship suddenly emerges from hiding. It bears the darkly regal heraldry of the blood cults. You will be a sacrifice to Ariok. Don't know why he's from London. I hear most blood cultists are those. And we go for weapons in this case. Although that does open up. Yeah, let's do that. Skeletons in there. Mind control when impact happens. They're in there. To work blood. Good. Everyone firing all cylinders. I'll pop my little spear thing there. Can someone let Faye cast a fucking skeleton? That, get out of there. God, they wanted a bit of Faye then, Jesus. Grison, tell him to fuck off. Bang, gone. I keep forgetting I've got the ability to do that. Good. Now, you tell them why that was wrong, Faye. They shall be burdened. Good. The warp lance. Do the weapons. Mag pulse here. And it's double beams. Hopefully they didn't get enough of their weapons off to penetrate our shields. No, they didn't. Cool. And then if someone could just put one more fucking hit on something, that'd be great. It's gonna have to be me. Oh, come on now. Just need one more. Hang on, wait. What the? Oh. Oh, that's fine. They can stay there for a minute. We'll... In fact, Grison, fucking send it back. Fuck off. Oh, dear. And then we beat them like that. And we'll make a nice cross. Now with added sound effects, apparently. In the wake of the explosion, few useful items remain. You retrieve what you can from the aftermath. We pledge ourselves to the Blood God. You resolve to pledge yourself to the Blood God. I mean, I thought we already were, but... ignore that option. We're offering Grison's blood because he's heroic and shit. A wave of perverse energy floods your psyche. Blood trickles from your eyes. The pain is excruciating. Cheers, Grizz. Delirious with agony, you begin to lose consciousness. You feel something akin to rapture. Silver-tongued seducer is injured. So this is basically, this now themes the run and skews a lot of the choices to blood cultist choices and blood cultist options within the shops. I take damage and can't rest for 3 jumps. which is fine because I'm not under direct threat anyway. And even if I was, I'd move one of you guys in the way. Upgrades. Now, we can reinforce the doors. We can reinforce the sensors. Let's do that up a level for later. As it's a while before we see this, which is where I'm hopefully going to pick the vast majority of you guys that are waiting in the stream up. And then it's like 4 more sectors and it's boss time, so it'll be fine. Hey, look, you may have come in late, but at least you made it, hopefully. Here's one of our own. A blood cult warship ambushes you from the cover of a large asteroid field. Yeah, that's a mistake. Let's take those weapons down first, and then with the mind control, and the mind control, and the skeletons, and the blood magic, and a blast on the shields. Could do with a burden on... What's this guy casting? It's only a thrall. We can deal with that. He's doing a thrall as well. Nope, carry on with your skeletons. No, carry on. Hey, don't infest the Doom effigy. Good. Good. Another... Doom shields. Just... No! Stop it! Oh no, I gain health back, don't I? I completely forgot about that. What a great ability that I haven't even used. So, I do make quite a decent border. Life gain in this game is always quite strong. And let's crisscross. Ah, the shields are still up. Ah, you fucking idiot. Burden. Burden them, Faye. Ooh, that took them being able to do the thrall away as well, unless you've done. And then go Team Grizzon. Perfect. So we've got a nice lot of... We've kind of got like our opening salvo, our kind of mid-game salvo with the weaponry, and then we've got that kind of end bit with Grizzon sending Team Grizzon across. The enemy crew have been killed. I mean, I say Team Grizzon. I mean, the first crew were probably Team Grizzon. I don't know. I'm not going to count how many Team Grizzons we've sent to their death. It's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe that's part of the problem. We keep renaming them the same, and so they have the same luck as the last team. Okay, I'll recall them anyway and move. It's a waste. Actually, it's not a waste. We do need ammunition. I'll start using this siege beam now that I've put some energy into it as well. Scavenge munitions, yes. So the siege beam is great. I would rate the like siege bombardment thing as better because that always can do something, be it popping down shields or doing damage. This only works if they are not shielded. I'm sure that used to have a level of penetration if you got it high enough. Not anymore. Anyway, we're saving all of our scrap now so that I can buy you all. Because you're all coming. All of you. All of you. You pick up a distress signal coming from a nearby outpost. We respond to those because there might be people to blood. You arrive at the outpost and deploy a boarding Team Grizzon. That team returns with nothing but a few lumographs showing evidence that a grisly massacre must have taken place here. Excellent work, Team Grizzon. Why can't you be more like Grizzon, Team Grizzon? Go in there and be all heroic and save people and shit. If they could be useful, though, when you bring them back, that'd be great. I'm not saying you're not useful, Chris, but you are just a mind-wiped servitor. Your ship enters real space on the inner edge of an asteroid belt. An Imperial starship is idling near one of the smaller rocks. Sucks to be them, then. Blast them. One of them. We will burden. We will... Actually, no, we won't burden. We'll summon skeletons. There we go. Good, good, good. I'll fire one of them off Yeah, those are the ones I'm talking about. They can be a pain at top level. They're just constantly plinking away at your shields. Nasty shit. Hey, don't set things on fire. Good, that's down. Concentrate on their shields. Good. Look out for the asteroids. And then one of those. That brings their shields down. Go there. And there. To that. Good. Easy. Nope. This is worth more. For sale, anyway. Cool. And... oh, yeah, we want to be going that way. Go that way. You detect a pair of cult transports breaking from formation from a greater Arcane fleet. Arcane, that's us, by the way. I assume it's Arcane. I think that's probably how it's pronounced. There isn't anywhere near as much lore with Void War. Not that it's anything like Warhammer 40k, but yeah, I say Arcane, so Arcane fleet it is. As they stray from the protective cluster, you contemplate we're definitely seizing the opportunity and launching attack. So if we attacked the one carrying a prisoner, it wouldn't be blood cultist. If we attack the one transporting a cult members, it would be. But I believe there's a pretty good chance they'll be hostile. But I'll take that chance. You advance on the target weapons primed. Because if we get a... oh, God, that's not good. So these guys can mind control. So you guys better be, like, strong-minded and shit. I could do without everyone getting fucking mind controlled here. That would be fantastic. If we can mind control them before they mind control us, that'd be great. Last long enough. Oh, they might if I do that, because that fires instantly. Go on, get one of them. Good. Good. And then blood this guy. Good. Get another one of those in there. Good. It's no good to us yet. That off. It might be. Their weapons down. It's one of their blood knights down. One of the things that is nice now, because it didn't used to be the case, is you used to be able to fire mind control even if you were in combat and there was no warm-up on it. Now there is. It makes... oh, it makes the mind control when the enemy have it a lot less threatening. Although it's still pretty fucking bad. Kill this man. Kill him. I can't send Team Grison if you're all stunned. Get out of there, Doom. No. Oh, he's going to get that off. Right. So the way to deal with mind control is he'll have targeted. It's part of the casting cost. Oh, perfect. You fucking idiot. The way to deal with mind control in this game, the more crew you have, the harder it is to deal with. But what I would do is, as soon as he fires that shot, move everybody into a previously unoccupied room, because he'll be targeting a room that has people in it. And that's how you don't get mind controlled. Although, if you guys can not tell the enemy that, great, because then we can carry on mind controlling them. Fire skeletons. Perfect. You locate a surviving cultist. He is terrified and pledges to serve your cause in exchange for his life. You wonder if you can trust him. I accept. We have a blood priest. Perfect. Who's the blood priest? Who was after Doc? Was it Vega or was there someone else? It was Dread, wasn't it? Was it Dread? Dread then Vega? Dread then Vega? Yeah, Dread then Vega. Sorry if it's not that, but yeah, Dread then Vega. You don't want to blood. You don't want to blood. We've already got one of these. We've already got a K2. Now we've got a Dread doing it. There we go. Cool. Dread is blood priest in it. Where's he going to go? Alright, you can go on sensors and take over from Doc, which then allows Doc to kind of play team bouncer or ship's bouncer, as well as his other duties of mind control. Have we got any weapons left? No. Right. High temperatures. Yeah, you did save him, Grizzin, but at what cost? You guaranteed that Chris is a servitor. Of all the crew members you brought back, Grizzin, it was a heroic effort, but could it just have a bit more of a look around next time? You arrive near a dying star. Temperature warnings light up your console. The silhouette of a highly armed Imperial starship suddenly becomes visible, rapidly approaching your position. Good. They've got a lot of crew. Cool. We'll do the usual. Right. Sorry, Chris. You don't have any abilities. I will be able to put something on him at some point, though. I dare say we'll end up with a pot of some description. Right, let's order these. You there. There. Risen usually happens last action, and then we've got our bloods as well. So we fire that off. Mind control. Mind control. Skeletons. Blood. Oh, no, not yet. Wait until they've got people to attack them. Good. Now blood. Blood. No, thank you. No fire today, thank you very much. And I'll... Hole rippers. Yeah, they get fucked. Fucking 2 of them as well. 4 shots. If they got both shots of those off, that is devastating. That would, well, as long as all of them hit, that would penetrate our shields and do a lot of hull damage, potentially. But not today. Not today. Go. Well, that was unnecessary. Good. That's probably one of the best places for us to have a fire, because the servitors will deal with it. The enemy crew have been killed. You search for the remains, find some useful items, and then we get the fucking hell out of here. Catching strays, indeed. I mean, even... if I know Vega, Vega will have been like, I don't know, fucking blood priest. You go into a shop in a minute, that's where elder blood mages have come from. I know. Vega knows. Even if Vega did come in, he would have said it was Dread next. He doesn't want to be a blood priest. Clever girl, Vega, clever girl. I do always say the later you ask, the later you put your name in the comments, the better character you'll inevitably get. Except Chris, of course. That's mainly thanks to Grizzin. So, ooh. Your spacecraft materializes beyond the borders of a shattered space a shattered space colony, yeah, apparently whatever a colony is. Grotesque statues of the war deity Crom are scattered across its surface. Blood Psyker. Have your Psykers reveal nearby life forces. We like the gold options, especially when they're tethered to something specifically for us. Oh, for fuck's sake. Your Psyker... Hello, Vega. Your Psyker conducts... I mean, this is obviously the problem. Your Psyker conducts a blood ritual that reveals all life forces present in the region. The ritual leads you to a small annex near the outskirts of a colony. You discover a frightened scholar hiding within. The scholar decides to join your crew. Sorry, Vega. Yeah, I can't blood cult you. Get out. The thing is, there has been a new feature added where I can just go here and dismiss the crew member. But I think we can all agree that it's a lot funnier to see them get ejected across space. So, oh, you can give us a quick purification if you like before you go. Yeah, that all seems good. Now this... Hey, where was my animation? Oh, come on. Maybe it doesn't always work. Maybe there's just a chance. I love it when they get sucked out of the airlock. Or maybe it didn't make it into this iteration. Possibly, I don't know. I asked for that feature ages ago and he actually put it in. Great. Right. Now, the thing is, Purify is a really fucking good ability, especially if you go up against the end boss and it's got the mind control ability. So this is the sort of shit that I do to capsize my themed runs. Oh, nah. I forgot to name it as Vega. Shit, sorry, guys. Vega will just have to be the next person that comes in. You re-enter real space and are immediately attacked by pirate vessels. Hey, we saw you just throw that fucking Imperial scribe out the door, they say. Your weapons need to go down. Right. Skeletons and soul beams and mind control, and we need to blood them as well. Nope, you've been stunned. There's mind control. Good. Blood them. Good. And burden them. And then... Yep, the nasty weaponry's already offline, so let's take the shields down a notch. Then... I'll do one of those, followed by another one of those in lovely things. Zap! So many demons! So little time! Several cargo containers managed to survive the blast. Unfortunately, your expendable crew did not. Right, here we go. Come on. Gotta be some blood priests or something. Yeah, there we go. See? See, I told you Vega does this on purpose. Elder Blood. Waiting for the Elder Blood Mage before he yips up. Oh yes, Dread! Dread! We have an Elder Blood Mage. They have an Elder Blood Mage. Right, let's get rid of all of this shit. Now, let's see. So, Grizzon, you can go down one, and I just need to remember to team Grizzon. I need to put Vega about there. There. Right, what do you do on my vessel, Vega? I always have to stab that first letter. So hard. So, Blood Spears. Blood Spear is great if we had the thralls to sacrifice to it, but we don't. Which basically means we need to find Vega something to do. That's really fucking good. I think we used that. So, Vega now is our Soul Storm. Oh, man. Oh, his fucking Blood Spear's in 8. So, that ability can't be replaced. He has to have that, which is a bit shit. That is, providing I can get it off, one of the most powerful abilities in the game, hence the fucking price. It is literally 3 damage to a system that and 3 hull damage that they can't do anything about. It takes ages to charge. The cooldown's been reduced on that, though, I think. Right. I was hoping to give him some blood magic rejuvenation. Right. Well, the thing is, we can... So, basically, that fires instantly, but unless you sacrifice a thrall to it, it takes a minute to recharge. So, we've always fired that off, knowing that it'll take a minute, and then there's another 3 points of damage following behind it. So, it's actually not that bad. Obviously, Soul Spear is still better, because you'll get to fire it off multiple times in that minute. I was hoping for more. Have we actually got anybody waiting in the wings for characters? We haven't. That's everybody, right? That's everyone. That's everyone. I'd be doing myself a disservice if I picked up anybody else. We ain't having an acolyte. We only have Imperial procrastinators on this on this glorious tub. Actually got any utility spaces? Has anyone got any spaces at all? It's literally just... We'll make Chris a medibot! Or teleport self and nearby. No. Cool. Let's grab a couple of those and make Chris into a medibot. Here we go. Not that I think we're going to use him, but you know, a little bit special. I mean, all he says is compliance. Try and get a little bit more value out of him. There's nothing else here. Yep. Cool. On. Oh, I was hoping to get more out of that than that. Ah, well, it leaves us scrap to do other things for. Another one. You find a multitude of wrecks in low orbit around a gas giant, many so low as to be falling into the atmosphere of the planet. You recognize the distinctive hull configurations of both Imperial and arcane warships. We will scry for survivors using our blood psychers. Your psychers conduct a gruesome ritual to locate any remaining survivors. Please, not another scribe. Oh, another Elder Blood Mage! You are directed to a distant vessel. You rescue a stranded cultist who brings with him some useful supplies. There was no one else waiting in the wings, was there? Your vessel spirals into the gas giant below, joining the rest of the wreckage. You move on. So we've got another Vega. Double Vega, double trouble. What do you even do? Where do we put you? Needs to be somewhere where you're not going to get interrupted, but can also help defend. Probably, yeah, Von can look after herself. Probably here. Is anyone waiting in the wings? Anyone need a character? I don't think we've missed anybody, have we? We have got everyone. I'll give K2 a battlefield promotion. Yep, I think that's everyone. I'm not seeing any names that aren't on here. No one seems to be yipping up, and even Doomsley, Doomsley. Just say it as I see it. Even Doomsly is technically aboard. Yeah, he is still wandering around. There he is. There's Doom. Right. Let's space Kim. Get rid of her. Cool. Let's get her stuff off first. Okay. Cool. Ooh, we've got blood parasites to give out as well. Lovely. No one can have them, though. Bear with that. It's very complicated blood ritual, very, very complicated blood promotion. Doesn't involve, like, you know, people getting spaced or me getting rid of characters. I could just dismiss it, but I'm checking to see if the animation is still in. Bye, Kim! See you later. Space Kim. K2 the Elder. See what I did there? See what I did there? Right. It's same person. Same person, chat, because, like, she's got a gore blaster and shit. Right. So, there you go. K2 has been given her battlefield promotion. Now going from Blood Cultist to Elder Blood Mage. Yep. Those are things. Have we got anyone that can take any of this shit? Yeah, it's not as good. -5. No, it's movement speed. No, it's not as good. Not as good. Not as good. Cool. Right, and then Kim can provide that blood magic-y heal that I was talking about earlier. Rejuvenate. Even the dimmest light within the blood can resolve itself in a bloody star. Yeah, blood magic. That's what it said. That's what it said. Cool. A much better Kim. Not a squishy Kim anymore. So, and now we've got the ability to put a lot. I need to put Kim there. I need to put Dread around about here. And then I need to put Vega there, and then Grizz will go there, and then Grizz will go there, and then we forget that that existed, because K2 the Elder's there, like, happy days. So we can do a hell of a lot of damage right off the bat now with our magic, which is good. Find places to put all these people. You approach the Stargate. Cool. So everyone's on board. I do wish there was more ways to actually legitimately do that in the game. There are a few. We have seen one or two. You arrive at the Imperial core worlds. Ahead of you lies the terrible artifact known as the Vault of Souls. Bloody hell, we're going to have this done by 10. Oh, God. Gadzooks, man. And it'll be a victory as well. An easy one. Maybe I do need to put it back up to 5 so that there's at least a chance of failure. Ship armaments. We do need to be looking for a better weapon. We don't need anything from the shipyard. Famous last rides, right? You arrive at the jump node. Nothing of note. Oh, come on! Scrap, though. Right. That's more like it. Charge time 20. That is more like it. Fucking another beam. Oh, that's the 3 power variant. Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I can taste victory now. So we'll go for that. And we'll pop that in as well. Let's put it by weapons. Yep. And then we'll get rid of that. And we'll add that. Now, I want to make sure that we've got enough. So I'm going to need another 1 here. And then we're going to need more energy. So we're probably going to have to sacrifice some engine power. But it just means that we can win quite easily here. So we'll go there. Not 1 off for that. Not 1 off for that. Don't need double beams, really. But yeah, so, well, you'll see. You'll see. This is quite the combo. So what we do is we activate this, and we activate this. That takes up 6 ammunition, but we have got, there's not enough points left for us to actually run out of ammo. But we do want a little extra left over, just in case they do decide to take things out. If we drop their shields, yeah, that's only fires. It doesn't do hull damage. So we'll drop their shields as quickly as we can. That and that and that and that. So that's all that off. Skeletons up in there. Mind control. I'll join in with that. We'll get Vega doing that on there. Cool. That's their shields down to 2. Some blood magic in there. Hey, just let her cast the skeletons, man. Jesus. Get out of their bay. The warp lance on that now, just to make sure we don't get blasted by all this shit. Good. Slow them. Good, that's the right place for that to be. This is the wrong place. Elder or not, Kim, you're still going to have to run. And then, once Team Grizzlin's finished clearing up the fires, oh, there's another fire. Shields aren't down yet. What the fuck? Oh, we need to put that on auto as well. Basically, once I start firing that, I want to be able to forget about it and it just do pop shields. What the fuck? Ah, fucking Team Grizzin got burnt alive before they could put the fire out. Well, at least they'll come back in and repair it. Fuck off. There we go. Now we're doing damage. Now they'll see. They'll see a couple of those. Good. Good, good, good. And another translocator. We might have chance to sell this. Hell, fires. Let's try and put them out. Try and get this repaired. Are they still coming in? No, it's been ionized for a reason. Wait, let me see if I can start repairing it. Try and get us out of here quicker. Trying to get those last minute repairs in before the fires spread. Right, there we go. Good, got it, nailed it. Good, done. Ready? And him go back there. And go. I got damage on. You encounter a death cult vessel loitering close to a star. It arms its weapons. That's a nasty amount of ordnance. But we now have this. Forget that we've got. Oh, they're still moving. There. And then that one bar. That one bar. Will blood them. That goes here. That goes here. Skeletons. If she even gets a chance to cast them, can go, oh yeah, go that way. That'll confuse them. And then that goes there. Good. That's their big boy weapon offline. Pop another one on there. There's the mind control. And let's have some more in there. Stop him repairing more than anything else. Good. And then we burden them all so they can't respond. Don't poison me, you fucks. Get out. Stop it. Now there's fires. Good. And then that there. Do that. That should take their shields, and then these and one of those. Lovely. That's their shields gone and their weapons offline. Right. Let's fucking sort everybody out. Guys, go back in there like that. Doc, you go on the console. And the reason why I had to... Why is Von there? Oh, she was on weapons. Better get back on there. Let's get that fire out. And buttering her up. Good. Go and stand next to Doc, because it's probably pretty safe next to Doc in there. And then our only real weak link across the ship is with Faye, then she can always run and we can send Team Grizzin in for boarding actions. There's... Right, that all seems to be in order. I forgot to save station so that I can just press that and send you all back to where you need to go. Good. You arrive at the destination in front of a damaged Imperial warship. Oh dear. Oh dear. How was that? Oh right, yeah, no hull strength. Or very little. What's that? Graviton bomb. Ignores shield, slows all crew. We can live with that. We can live with that. Let's take that out first. Take out some of their weaponry. I'll join in with that. Skeletons in here. Mind control here. And here. More of that there. And what did these do? Slow. Slow we can deal with. It doesn't do any hull damage, does it? Better not. Oh no, we've been slowed. And then... Four. You're all here at 4 dead. Let's finish that off. Good. And blood magic. Which then creates a thrall. And... Team Grizzin didn't even get a chance to assemble. Down goes the Space Marine. Excellent. And we might as well burden midships. Try and get as many as we can. And there we go. Lovely. Several cargo containers managed to survive the blast. Thanks very much. So, emboss next. Might as well spend the scrap because we haven't got anything else that we can do with it. Now, we haven't got any more. So this is the problem I usually find with like trying to do different things with him, is getting a lot of power to the weapons to then allow more weapon systems is very expensive and energy heavy. And again, a lot of the builds that I do, if you can shell up and survive a lot of damage, then, you know, it's just a matter of time before you whittle them down. What we can do here, though, because things change within battle and we can redistribute power as we need it, is if we upgrade that to tops, because I really rate the siege bombardment, and then this can come online a little bit later. That's all of our scrap. Now we need to make sure, so we want this firing straight away, but at least with a little power to that. You know what? If we do that, we will absolutely be able to batter this enemy ship. And then if they do retaliate and start ionizing things, we can shunt power into the engines. We're used to being slow, indeed. Indeed. But I think we're doing too much unavoidable damage here for this to be a problem, this end boss. But, you know, I've said these things before. So this is where the warp lance will hopefully give us the advantage that we can then push on to end the end boss. But only having 2 shots, if we didn't have this and we had something in our cargo hold that we could go in, because you can't change weapons mid-battle. We do have that. It's power 3. That's not happening, dude. And I haven't got... No, can no one take a parasite? Nobody wants a... This symbiotic creature extracts the vitality of its bearer. It's like these are spawns of K2 and nobody wants one. Nobody can even hold them. Terrible behavior, really. You'd think somebody would want a parasite. The only person that can have a parasite is Chris, and it'll almost fucking kill him. I mean, we're not going to need him to be... Let's put a parasite on him. There you go, Chris. So if anybody is in high risk of death, it's Chris. But at least he's got a parasite. I've literally got no other... This is the only problem with cultists, is they don't have much in the ways of slots for, like, utility and armor and all that good shit that makes your crew great. But then they do have lots and lots of cool space magic. Right, we need to remember about Team Grizzon, and we need to be firing Team Grizzon off as often as possible to really take advantage of our boarding action. That is a good one to see, because they've got lots of real tough, heavy-end guys, and we can mind control them. A vast and terrible vessel appears before you. It is a doom engine, an infernal monument to interminable war. Its transmissions are incoherent, but the hostile intent is clear, kind of like us. The enemy ship moves in to attack. Right, so we need their shields down. First and foremost, we need to activate... We didn't need to activate that, but it just stops me forgetting to do it later. We need their shields down. The easiest way that we can get their shields down is to absolutely bombard it with everything that we have. That'll then bring all of their people in here. We can then mind control them for profit. Go. So they're all in and now repairing. We can stall their repair efforts by doing that. We do this. We pop that. They've already abandoned that. I think we've got time. We need to take their weapons out as well. Although, so there's, like I was saying with the the giant necrophage, there's points where this thing will evolve. And one of those points, I believe, is when you kill all the crew. So we want to try and skirt that fine line of doing a lot of damage to this whilst keeping their crew alive. It's kind of where mind control will help a little bit. Just in case, which of these 2 weapons is worse? Fires a 4-shot volley, fires a 1, 2, or 4-shot burst of ion missiles based on system power. That's nasty then. And the other one is kind of nasty. Can we have this mind control going in here, please? What's going on with the mind control? Why is it... Oh, here it comes. There it is. Lovely. Cool. What's this doing now? Kim can probably take him, but we don't need Grizzon just yet. So, Grizzon, if you can fucking yeet this kid out of here. Excellent. And you can get back on doors. We need this down. Lovely. That's their shields almost dealt with. Some more mind control would be nice. Just stalls their repairing efforts. Burdening them will stop them reacting to the other shit that's going on that Faye and Doom Doomslayer casting. Solid misses with the bloody precious siege bombardment that I was talking about. They've only got a 16% chance of dodging as well. Bullshit is this? There we go. Shields down. Let's get some beams in now. It's less about what we hit and more about at least getting systems that need to be tagged. Getting that isn't ideal, but someone's repairing it anyway. Now, this needs to be on fucking auto duty. And we need to now... So that can be powered down. We don't need power to it anymore, which adds a little bit to our evasion. Is Team Grizzon's ready in 8 seconds. So as long as we keep this down, that hasn't got enough to get through our full set of shields. Good. And that's killed it anyway. Excellent work. Good. It might get a transformation anyway. Again, I've played this a lot, but I've never really taken note and stock of exactly when. So let's get some more mind control in there. What's the goings? Good, but just the one so we can deal with whatever the next wave is. Right, Team Grizzon is... Ooh, actually, no, let's hold. We're good here. We'll hold on Team Grizzon for whatever happens next, if it happens next. Here we go. So it is... What's that? 27 of 55, so that is when we get just below the halfway mark as it makes one of its transformations. The ship's sensors detect a huge energy spike. Suddenly, protective wards materialize around the enemy vessel's shields, shielding them from harm. You hear the sound of intruder alarms. A number of hostile machine slaves have materialized aboard ship. So, ideally, what we want to do... Let's fucking send them back. Bye. We'll just deal with that one and we'll have to contend with our shields being down a bit. But this is probably the best one because it hasn't repaired any of their systems, which is good. Let's keep on mind controlling those guys so that they can't... They have to deal with each other as opposed to repair. And then we want to be beaming... We won't be doing damage to these systems. This is something I wanted to check. So it still damages, but it doesn't damage the system, which that's fine. So we want to be getting as many compartments as possible, which is probably there. Good, good. Oh, they were after Chris then. They were after his, parasite flex by Chris, taking on, fucking husk on husk action there. And the difference was the parasite that Chris is carrying. Ooh. So this is still doing damage, that's good. I'm going to save that soul spear, and I'm going to save the rest of our stuff. Let's burden what rest of the crew they have, and we'll team Grizzon in just a minute. Let's keep everything suppressed. Everything's going nicely at the moment. Good. So these shots are fired off randomly. I don't get to target with them or anything, but they're just putting work in. This immunity will pass, hopefully, before they get a chance to do anything with the shields. Let's put a blood thing in there, which keeps them infested. Thank you very much, alarm. I know, 10 o'clock. I'm gonna finish on time, look. 1, 2. Get these shots off nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still, yeah, I think 4's the most you can get here. 2, 4. Oh, that's a shame. Right, well, we can actually start hitting systems now. So let's err on the side of caution. Put one there. One there. And there we go! Easy. And I didn't lose anybody, not even Chris. The enemy has been vanquished. At last you revived the Vault of Souls. Within it you find a grand altar ablaze with argent blood. You plunge your hand into the flaming blood. The searing blood of eternity washes over you and your crew. Your souls sublime into the infinite ether, heralding the age of bodily fluids and other such grossness. You've fulfilled your destiny. Mission is complete. Should be some kind of trumpet on that end screen, shouldn't there? Live on. A useless parasitic husk, Chris. Ooh, that's a point. It doesn't usually play the credits after you do this, or I don't remember. I am in the Founding Commanders. I am not going to wait until we get to S, though. You'll just have to believe me. There we go. And we didn't lose anybody. Didn't lose anybody. Nope. No losses. Everybody is present and accounted for. Excellent. Good stuff. Cool. Excellent work, everyone. Hey, look, nobody was even fucking close to dying. This is why I like to win, but it is funny to go down on the last vessel. We had a particularly strong crew. Mind control in this, if used correctly, is silly powerful, because the more powerful a foe you go up against, the easier it is to win. And on that bombshell, we shall indeed end it there. Thank you all very much for watching this blood magey episode, or mind control-y episode, or blood magey mind control-y episode of Void War. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.